Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, you probably cannot hear me now. No? Yes. Um, I thought I fixed this early. This should have it fixed. Okay, this should have it fixed. You should hear me now, right? I tried getting this fixed earlier. It was just such a mess. Y'all know my lives have been looking crazy. Trying to make sure that y'all can see over here. It's a lot of different places on this one thing too. So I tried to get it fixed, but it looked like y'all should be fixed now. So definitely let me know if it's fixed. Let me know if it's fixed on your end. But I was telling you guys have the discount on the books here. Let me just flash the banner so y'all should be able to see me. Look like the video for y'all is gonna start for people that rewatch it at like the 4 minute mark. So let me go ahead and just show y'all the thing so that y'all can be able to see that y'all do have the books discounted. The ones that y'all see is for my 4 book bundle. That's basically 4 books in one. So yeah, y'all make sure that y'all take full advantage of that. But let me just go over this really quickly because they did not hear it here because I know y'all missed some of it. But basically, I was saying that I lowered a lot of my expenses. I just called yesterday, lowered my insurance by $17. I know it's not much, but my insurance is so cheap already. I keep calling them, y'all. I keep calling them. You sure I can't do this? You sure you can't lower because of this? I keep calling them. So they lowered it by $17. She was like, that's just gonna be you just saving about $4 a month. That's $4 a month that you were gonna take for no reason. That is still good. Um I think like 2 weeks ago, I called and I lowered my phone bill by $10 per month. I also, my kids are not in school no more. My youngest is not in daycare no more. So I'm saving like $265 a week. So yes, that's like over $1,000 a month that I'm saving right now. But the money that I'm saving, because day number 19 of raise the price for 100 points in 30 days. All it is about is lowering your expenses so that when you lower your expenses, stop spending your money on stuff you don't need to spend it on. You can put that towards stuff that you need to put it on. Maybe y'all have credit card debts. Maybe y'all still have your car note. Y'all need to pay off your car. Maybe y'all like me. I'm paying off the remainder of my student loans. So maybe y'all need to go ahead and put that money on paying off debt. So all of that stuff add up to something. So now I'm not spending all that money on unnecessary things or things that I don't really need at this moment. I can transfer that money to something useful. I can't just say, "Oh my gosh, I'm saving $265 a week, y'all. That's $1,000 a month. Oh, I can do this now. I can spend that on a trip. I can use that to go." No, I need to pay off these student loans. So I'm going to put all that money towards my student loans. But that's something that you guys need to think about. Y'all need to look at some of the expenses that y'all have, and y'all need to lower them. So some of the expenses that y'all can think about, because yesterday we talked about increasing income, so bringing more income and pay off debt. But now we talk about cutting some stuff out. Okay, so today y'all can think about some of y'all fixed bills, maybe where y'all staying at. Y'all want to try to lower the bill for that. Y'all utilities, lower y'all utilities. I also talked about with lowering my utilities. I just make sure that we open the windows more. We open the windows more. I make sure I unplug things, especially here in my office. I have one, two, three, four lights on right now just to go live. Plus, I have my window. But all of this, I got one, two, three, 4 devices, especially this main device, got like 3 different things that's pulling in so people can be able to see three channels so people can be able to see me. So this is pulling a lot of electricity. So I'm making sure I'm just unplugging this stuff just to save energy. Every little bit counts. And I just feel like if I can just save in smaller things like that, which I should not be having all this stuff on anyway, that would be good because I can use that money to pay off student loans that's growing every single day, y'all. My student loans is growing every single day. A lot of y'all debts is growing every single day. If you can knock it out, then you won't have that debt growing anymore. That can be more money that you can put towards other debts, or y'all can start funneling all that money into your investment accounts. Okay, so the biggest thing is lowering y'all expenses. So again, y'all house, whether y'all have y'all rent or y'all mortgage, y'all if y'all have y'all mortgage, y'all can try to see if y'all can get y'all property taxes lower. I remember I used to always make sure I do something to try to make sure that they're not increasing my property taxes. So y'all should do the same thing. Um, So try to see if they cannot increase it. If they increase your property taxes, you guys, that's increasing your mortgage. Try to see if there's something you can do about that. Try with your insurance. I also got my insurance lower too, outside of just my car insurance. But y'all can get your insurance lower. See if y'all can get your homeowners insurance lower, or if y'all have renters insurance, try to see if y'all can get that lower. That's more money that y'all can save. Like that's basically when I think about getting it lowered, it's like you taking more money from me than you need to. Let me get that back. Let me not even send that to you every single month. All right. Let me see if I'm missing. I know it's anything from you all. Okay, I'm not. I got it up to date now. But that's money that y'all can keep here. Insurance in general, y'all health insurance. Y'all health insurance, that may be something that y'all can be able to lower. And then also y'all food. My food budget is very strict, especially during the summer, y'all. My kids can just think that they want to eat the whole world. Like they can just think they're gonna eat everything. Like, no, we're not gonna do that this summer, like at all. We're gonna have fixed meals. I'm gonna give y'all certain foods that y'all can eat. We're gonna have certain snacks. I do like Publix couponing and stuff like that. So I always get like snacks like that. But y'all not gonna eat me out of a house and a home. Y'all not gonna do that. So you can have your food budget like at fixed so for a certain amount. Y'all can save on y'all gas and transportation. Maybe if some of y'all can refinance your car. I told y'all about that a few days ago. That was part of the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. But whatever y'all can do to lower some of these expenses, I do like the 7-Eleven thing where you can like lock the price on your gas for like you can lock the price of the gas for like 4 days. So this is gonna be the lowest price with within the last whatever at that price they're gonna lock it. So say if the gas, let me just give you an example. If the gas 370 right now, I can lock the price at 370. So if it end up going to 405, which it did to me before, and I already had it locked at 370, they gonna keep my 370. Plus I got a 10-cent student discount. Yay. I got the 10%, I mean 10-cent student discount. Plus I get additional discounts. And then sometimes they'll say, oh, we having a promotion, you can get additional $10 off, I mean 10-cent off gas, 15-cent off gas. So I stack all of that stuff. And if I already got it locked at 370 and it go down, I can remove the lock and add the lock back on at whatever it's at. If it's at 359, I can add that lock back on. Plus I get my 10-cent discount for a student. Plus I get like a 5% discount for just having that. Like y'all can save so much money on these different things, okay? Because that money that y'all are using, some of y'all may not think about these things. The money that y'all are using, y'all can use that on y'all debt, or if y'all don't have debt, y'all can use that towards y'all investments. All right. It's so many different things that we could be putting our money in for our future. Y'all got your IRA, y'all got your 401ks that y'all can put y'all money in, y'all got your HSA. Y'all could be putting y'all money towards different things, or y'all could just have an all over you maxed everything out brokerage account to invest. So it's no point of us putting our money into unnecessary things if we can save it. You also can save on like personal and like fun things. Like today, me and my kids are having a Juneteenth party. I was thinking about ordering pizza, doing all these things. I'm like, dude, you already said you was gonna smother some turkey, and kids want that so bad. They begged me to make this smother turkey, and I already roasted the turkey. It's just time for me to smother it. So I'm like, okay, good. I'm save $50 like that. We're gonna just have us our little party. We're doing basically Pictionary with the inventors, Black inventors. That's what we're doing today. I got 100 of them already in a bowl. We're gonna pull it, and then we're gonna see who got it right. And I told them whoever wins, I'm gonna buy them some lunch. I'm gonna go take them out and get them some lunch. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. But that saves so much money doing that. Also, see if y'all can just lower like some of y'all credit cards. Try to see if y'all can call them. Try to see if they can lower some of your interest rate. I did that, y'all because y'all will be surprised. So some of y'all may be behind on some of y'all credit cards. Y'all not up to date on them. Y'all can call them and tell them y'all struggling. I remember I had did this in the past, and a lot of companies can do this. Synchrony Bank can work with you. If you guys have Wells Fargo will work with you all. Chase can work with you all. Um, it's a lot of different companies out there. Just call them and tell them like I'm going through something, and they don't necessarily have to close your account. They can just help you become like up to date on your stuff. They can like probably pause your payments for lower your payments by a third or something. Like maybe you could just pay a third of whatever you were paying. Okay, they can say, hey, we're gonna charge you 1% interest or something like that. Whatever y'all can do, I suggest y'all do it to be able to lower your expenses. But that's what today was all about. Just make sure that y'all lowering y'all expenses. And then if y'all have any unnecessary subscriptions, cancel them. Cancel them. Y'all know how much they've been talking about canceling Netflix. Y'all this may be a great time to go ahead and do that. I don't watch my Netflix. I don't want to tell y'all what I use, but y'all, if y'all smart, y'all would know. Yeah, I'm not paying for none of that. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, make sure y'all do that. And hi, Miss Wifey Material, how are you doing today? Ha- Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to you. But yeah, lower your expenses. That's all what today is about, y'all. All of that money that y'all saving, though, make sure that y'all do have like an emergency fund. Y'all do have some money saved for like emergency. And then after that, y'all can really go ahead and tackle y'all debt. So just in case something happened, you already got some cash to the side just in case. Y'all don't have to be like concerned. Happy Juneteenth to you too. But y'all don't have to be like concerned about if something was to happen or something. Y'all have an emergency fund. And then the book, I just told y'all, hey, if y'all don't have any kind of emergency fund, just get $500 to start off with. Y'all know I listened to Dave Ramsey, and Dave Ramsey, which kind of did that U-turn on me, just loving credit. I like got out of credit stuff just listening to him. Um, but I'm happy I did. You know, he talked about having $1,000 emergency fund, but y'all can just start off with $500. I don't even care if y'all got $100 cash just sitting around. I should just leave like $50 just hidden in my car. So if something was to happen while I'm in my car, I got $50 in there. If I ain't got no phone, I ain't got nothing, something happened to me, I know I got $50 hidden in my car for anything. Like emergency money just in case, but y'all can be able to have y'all emergency money whatever it is, like seriously. And that was me just at my brokest of brokest. I ain't got no money, y'all. Like I know I got $50 in that car just in case emergency. I need some gas or something. I'm gonna go somewhere. But y'all need to make sure y'all think of certain things like that. Okay. But yeah, y'all can also, like I said, cancel y'all streaming services, cook more at home instead of doing takeout. I talked about that. Y'all can look into straight couponing too. Hold on because I'm cut off when I'm live. You can go there, okay? Thank you. He like, I'm just gonna go out there. He probably hear me talk about food. He wanna come get some food, probably. I don't know. But just make sure that y'all cook more at home. Y'all can save so much money from that. I've been making sure that when I cook during this summertime, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to um cook that much. I've been making sure all of the food that I cook for dinner can last until lunch because I've been doing that anyway. Like when the kids were in school, I would just eat that for leftovers. Like usually before I used to go live first thing in the morning at 9 o'clock. So at 12 o'clock, while they was in school at 12 o'clock, I'll go ahead and eat whatever we had for dinner yesterday. That's what I was having for lunch. Okay. And that was good anyway, because I was doing my intermittent fasting where I wasn't eating until 12 o'clock. And it helped me lose some weight too. So I'm like, okay, this is good. It's a win-win. But maybe I want to cook at home and have more leftovers. Any type of subscriptions y'all have, y'all make sure y'all stop it. And then any impulse buying, just stop it. Think about it before y'all buy anything. And then I already told y'all can save so much on gas. Okay. But y'all just want to make sure y'all track all of your income this week, track your debts and expenses. I, I honestly, what I did too, this is something that y'all may want to do. I got my bank statements and I put it into AI and I asked them, tell me all of my subscriptions and tell me how I can lower my bills. Is there anything I'm paying unnecessarily? And I did find some stuff. I think I ended up canceling like $50 worth of stuff, but that's $50 per month. Okay. And y'all need to continue to audit yourself like that a lot. Just continue to audit yourself. But today was all about lowering your expenses. Yes, inbox me now. So afterwards, I'll make sure I check it. And it's nice to see you too, Miss Wifey. Nice to see you too. But I'll make sure I check it. But that's everything that we have to go over for the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. It looked like our flash sale is over. Let me see if I'm able to start it again. Um, Restart this one. I gotta make sure I look because I just be going on and on talking, y'all, and be forgetting to do the flash sale. Okay, the flash sale should be starting or started already. But hi, happy Juneteenth to you. Happy Juneteenth to you. So I put together 60 things. I'm gonna make sure I go over this for the next 3 days because I'm gonna do Juneteenth all weekend. But like me and my kids, we're gonna look at the Black inventors, what they created, and then we're gonna do Juneteenth all weekend, some type of things because you know Black History Month, I kind of fell short. I wanted to do something. That was in February, and I just kind of fell short. I just did one day, and it's like, no, we need to extend this. And then two, I'm talking to my kids about so much, and it's the summertime. What else we finna be doing? So we're gonna be watching some movies that can help motivate them. My aunt was here. It's like y'all should watch the Root movie. Well, I watched the Root movie with my kids. They watched one episode or two episodes or something like that, but like I want to show them motivational things like this is what you can aspire to, this is what you can be, like you know what I mean, like sometimes they can. I remember when I was younger, I remember when I made that transition to like, okay, there were slaves or people, everybody was, they were slaves. Some people were free. And then some people after slavery, they actually went and got degrees. They actually learned systems and learned how to do better. Everybody don't have to, everybody did not just straight live in poverty. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure that I educate my kids on that. Like, it was people that actually did great things. And, I already took my kids on college tours, even when they were very, very young. And y'all know my daughter, she just turned 17 this month. She completely graduated high school and she's in college. I need her to know that, hey, it's other things that you can do now, even while you're in college, finishing out your college right now, but there's other things you need to do. So I'm educating my kids on these different things. So now this weekend for us, while we're here, because I said I was going to make sure I go live for at least my hour, I want to make sure I go over 60 things that we can do, y'all, just to make sure we get our stuff together until the next Juneteenth. Like these are things that's like get it right, get it tight kind of thing. Whatever is wrong, fix it. I am doing so much stuff. Like I remember I went to a Toastmasters where they was talking about the word evolve, and I like that's me now. Like I'm always evolving. I didn't adapted that word to like me. Everything that I do, y'all, I want to do better. I'm even updated a lot of my books, upgrading them, adding more pages, adding more information into all of my books now. So y'all gonna see a lot of the upgrades coming in, but y'all know I'm already upgrading. I'm adding books that y'all been asking about. And my education, I've been learning more, I've been implementing more. So I think that we need to make sure that we're doing this in a Black community, or yeah, we just gonna be left behind. We're gonna just be stuck wherever we're at. Wherever you're at right now, you're gonna be the same place next year. And y'all know everything is going up. The price of food is going up, but your wages is probably not going up. Your education is not going up. So we do need to change something. Okay. So I make sure that I continue to educate myself and even with my kids too, educating them too. Y'all know I told y'all during the summer, I'm homeschooling my kids. That's what we do during the summer. We're going to be homeschooling. We're going to be having fun. We got season passes to all the parks and stuff like that. We're going to do all of that, but we got to educate ourselves. This is some time where you can really focus and educate yourself. So I want to talk about these things today so that we can take this time to actually educate ourselves. So I got 60 things I kind of want to go over. I am gonna be on one with going over these things, but y'all let me know if y'all have any questions, and I will be happy to answer y'all questions in the comments. But these are just things that I had to overcome, where I just see a lot of problems just looking at so many people credit reports. Okay, so the first thing is we need to make sure that we paying all of our bills on time, even when we making a minimum payment. Yeah, we can just avoid a late payment by making a minimum payment. Y'all need to figure out what y'all minimum payment is on y'all bills and just make sure y'all making them. Some people are having minimum payments of like $30 and they're missing it. But y'all probably went out that same week and got some takeout. Y'all probably didn't suffer a little bit because once y'all get that late payment, y'all, it's gonna hurt y'all credit so much. And it's just, to me, it's no point of us getting late payments on our credit reports. So y'all need to figure out whatever whatever y'all minimum payment is, and make sure y'all paying it on the like on y'all bill, period. Okay. With me, I just have everything on auto pay. Okay. I want to put my student loans on auto pay so that I can be able to pay my student loans, like pay my extra towards it. But I'm targeting certain loans. If I could be able to automate that, I would have automated that. I am like Dory from what is that? What is I Finding Nemo? I'm like, my memory is shot sometimes. Why I gotta just keep swimming tattooed on my hand. Just a reminder, like, girl, Get on track, keep your stuff together. So I just put everything on auto pay, so make sure that I never miss a payment. Because if y'all get late payments in y'all credit reports, to me, y'all, I've been doing credit for a while. That's the hardest thing to remove. A late payment can hurt y'all so much. And then two, it's not like you're gonna try to sue the company to remove a late payment. You were really late. And they're not gonna mark you late until you 30 days late. So you went all the way, missed your payment, and then you basically about to miss your next payment. So please just put y'all stuff on auto pay. We gotta make sure that we stop missing our payments. If we just stop doing that, y'all, we won't have charge-offs. We won't have charge-offs. We won't have charge-offs that will eventually turn into collections. It will that ripple effect will stop. Okay, just make sure y'all made that minimum payment. And if y'all feel like y'all that much in debt, y'all cannot take it. Y'all need to stop thinking of bankruptcy as something that will really kill y'all and just see how much it can help y'all change and make sure y'all change y'all habits. So if y'all do bankruptcy to get rid of all that debt that y'all feel like is holding y'all down, because I've been through that too, just making a minimum payment, and it's like I cannot catch up. If y'all feel like that minimum payment is just still kicking y'all butt, maybe y'all need to look into that, because if y'all drowning like that for 2 years, y'all could have just got y'all bankruptcy done and just revamped y'all life, and now the minimum payments, y'all could have started using that to start investing into y'all future, and then just learning how to maintain y'all credit better. But minimum payments, okay? Minimum payments is the first thing that we need to know, because if we just do that, we'd never be late anymore, y'all. We would get so far ahead, okay? Another thing is a lot of people are just maxing out their credit cards. I just put in my head that if my credit card utilization go over 30%, that I might pass out. Like I just say this to myself, like, dude, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to go to jail. Like I try to scare myself into this. Because yeah, utilization is very horrible for our credit score. And then on top of that, too, if you have a high utilization, that means you're keeping a balance on your credit card, which means you're paying a lot of interest to these credit card companies. And when y'all make a minimum payment, if y'all paying any type of payment to y'all credit card company, y'all, that money is not going. Most of the money is not going towards the actual debt; it's going towards the interest. So you're not even knocking out that debt. So I just tell myself never more than 30%, no matter what. I don't care what's going, like never more than 30%, and then 10% or less for utilization is gonna be best. In general, try to keep it under 10%. And if you want your credit score to be at its best, because right now you're trying to get a house, you're trying to get a car, keep it at that 5%. But no matter what, too, I also tell myself pay that statement balance by the due date. Period. Make sure that statement balance is paid, because you never finna pay any interest to these credit card companies. Okay, but that's a different advancement. But a lot of people have utilization problems. So if you know you got utilization problems, pull it back to, you know what? If you already know you've been maxed out your credit card, say, you know what, for the next year, I'm not gonna play. Let me just try to maintain having a 30% utilization. Let that be my cutoff point. And then if you already like, Keita, my utilization ain't no 30%. Okay, are you paying your statement balance by your due date so they never charge you any interest? That could be the next thing. After paying your statement balance by your due date, then next year you say, you know how to keep my utilization at 10%. If you already at the 10%, go to 5%. It's always more that we can do to do better, but that's something that we really need to think about. So next Juneteenth, y'all, this is not going to be our problem anymore. Okay. And then y'all need to make sure y'all checking all three y'all credit reports regularly. Okay, so y'all need to make sure y'all looking at them. I just put an alert on my phone, like every first of the month, I'm going to check my credit scores, my credit reports. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to see it. What I like to look for, I like to look at my utilization. I like to look at my credit score, see what changes may have happened. You know, it should be normal changes. And I want to see if there's anything new. That's the biggest thing I want to look at. You know, I done told y'all I didn't have some stuff where it's like, oh, I didn't have to pay these certain companies, but there's a chance, there could be a chance that a collection company may try to put something on my credit reports. It is what it is. I know that there's always that possibility, because there's so much debt that I have avoided, and it wasn't like discharged through a bankruptcy or something like that. It was just like, okay, I got off my credit reports, but these collection companies can really try you. I told y'all my last lawsuit um finished out last year in 2025, but it was based off a collection company putting some on my credit report in 2024. Okay, so Ain't no telling. It's 2026. Somebody, a collection company puts something on my credit report. If I'm not checking my credit, I won't even know about it. So just make sure that you checking your credit reports regularly. And sometimes people say check it every year. Like, no, y'all can literally check your credit karma every single month. And then y'all can set up alerts for like major things. You got a new account added. Was that you that added that account or is that collection? Just simple things like this, y'all can make sure that y'all checking. And y'all just make sure y'all checking for errors. Yes, you see your credit score went up or down, but see why it's changed. A lot of people like, Rakita, my credit score went down this many points. Why did it go down this many points? Like, what happened? So, y'all need to look and see exactly why it changed. Like, what happened? Maybe y'all got some new accounts on your credit reports. Maybe it's something with y'all utilization, but y'all need to see exactly why it actually changed. Okay. So y'all need to be looking at that. Another thing too, y'all need to dispute the inaccurate information on your credit report, but y'all, that's not enough no more. Just disputing it, like, you know what, I'm just gonna work to get it deleted. What if they don't delete it? Y'all need to have in the back of y'all mind, if they don't delete it, I'm finna sue them. All right, I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I'm not trying to give y'all legal advice, but that's where I'm at, y'all. Let the companies put some on my credit reports. We gonna go to court. Okay, same way they say, oh, you don't pay your debt. Collection company want to take you to court. You need to have the same mindset they have about you, because they not gonna play with us. They gonna try to take us to court. So we need to have that same mindset. When you guys are disputing errors on your credit reports, again, I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I'm not trying to get y'all legal advice, but that is a legal thing that's really happening, honestly. A lot of times in the letters, you're telling them, hey, you're violating the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You're violating this, you're violating that. Those are real things that they know that they violating you on, but they know you're not gonna sue them, so they're not scared. But we need to actually, as a whole, take action, actually sue these companies. Okay. So I was just talking to one of my clients. I'm like, girl, your check might be coming pretty soon. And she's so excited about it because we was talking about it yesterday, and I messaged her again today, like, dude, your deadline. Then they say you're gonna have your stuff pretty soon. Your deadline is coming up, girl. She's so excited about it. But you gotta think about this, the same person that was just think about paying these companies that was literally violating her. She found out she was getting violated, she sued them, and now she got a check coming in the mail. All right. So we need to make sure that we are really taking action against these companies. And I'm just telling y'all stuff that I would be doing. Like, it is what it is. This is what I would be doing. I'm not gonna go back and forth with letters with these companies for 7 months, in 8 months, 9 months. No, I'm gonna send you letters for 3 months. If you don't delete it, I'm gonna take you to court and I'm going to sue you for these inaccuracies that's on my credit reports. Period. Okay. And then when you guys get y'all books, y'all have the free course, y'all have the dispute letters that come with it. So take advantage, fill out those letters. And when y'all fill out y'all letters, make sure that y'all are sending them certified mail. So this is a certified receipt. Y'all want to make sure that y'all are sending these things certified mail. All right. The dispute letters, all y'all have to do, the most important thing on y'all dispute letter is actually saying what's wrong with the account. And I teach y'all how to find errors on your account. Okay, so find them errors. Once y'all find them errors, make sure y'all do y'all disputes. All right. The next thing is y'all need to make sure that y'all keep copies of the responses that they give y'all. Keep copies of this stuff. They keeping everything that y'all send them. Y'all need to make sure y'all keep copies. Even at my lowest of lowest, like y'all know I got file cabinets and stuff like that now. Y'all can even see that like some of my clients I'm working on right now got their file literally behind me because they need to stay close. These are people that I'm literally working on their stuff today. So I need them to stay close. But I have file cabinets. I have a lot of file cabinets and I even keep records of like my stuff. So y'all need to make sure that y'all keep records of everything. Even at my lowest of lowest, when I was very like depressed and I just was not as organized as I needed to be, I just kept like a crate or a bucket or something. I kept something where I just threw all the letters in there. So when I came to my senses, if y'all ever been depressed or had something going on where you just didn't care about a lot of stuff, but you still trying to get through it, and when I came to my senses and I found out that I needed something, at least I can go and get it. I used to just throw the stuff in the garbage, and then I started listening to like motivational stuff, and then I started just educating myself more about credit at the time. And I was like, okay, let me at least keep a bucket. Let me just keep something, but just make sure that y'all keep track of this stuff. I would love if y'all was to just take pictures of everything or scan everything, but that may be a push for y'all. Just figure out what level y'all at. That's why I try to talk to all y'all on different levels because we are really on different levels. Some of us have us a whole file. Like y'all will keep y'all a file like that. Some of y'all have a file cabinet. Some of y'all have an area Where you keep all of your files? Some of y'all won't do anything. Some of y'all need to just throw it in a bucket, so you just don't throw in the garbage. Because I know y'all throw in the garbage. Some of my clients, I'm like, did you get anything from the credit bureaus? Yeah, Equifax sent me something, but I threw it away. Why you throw it away? So we do need to make sure that we keep these things, okay? Because it's very, very necessary. And we definitely need to learn our rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you guys. We need to understand the biggest rights that I think that we need to understand that everything needs to be accurate on our credit report. When we send a letter to the credit bureaus, y'all, they need to answer us. They're talking about us. They're ruining our reputation. So when we send them a letter, they need to answer us. And then we need to make sure that we are sending everything certified mail. So if we send something to them, they act like they never got it, which they like to do. If they act like they never got it, at least you will have the proof. Like I sent it to you, it say that you received it. So you need to have it on your end. Okay, so we need to make sure that we keeping everything organized. If y'all not keeping stuff organized, that's going to be a huge, huge problem. But again, y'all need to understand that they need to answer us. Everything needs to be 100% accurate. And then, too, with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you guys, some of y'all may have heard this thing where they say, "Oh, you can get $1,000 for errors on your credit reports." Get that up out your head. I say at least ask for $3,000 minimum. I I know y'all can get more than that, and I'm not basing this off of just. I'm not basing it off of my cases I did for myself. I'm basing this off of my clients and things that I have read, I have seen, I have talked to attorneys. Y'all can get more than $3,000 per company, and not just, some of y'all may say like $1,000 per violation. Like, no, y'all, think of this as you. Again, I'm not trying to be your lawyer. I'm not trying to give y'all any legal advice, but you finna sue this company and you finna ask them for at least $3,000 minimum, or that's gonna be your selling point. Maybe y'all gonna ask them for $30,000. Y'all gonna ask them for $20,000. But when y'all start going back and forth, you ask them for 20, they tell you they're gonna give you 1,000. You ask them for 15,000, they say they're gonna give you 2,000. You say, hey, I can bring it down to 10. They say I can come up to $3,000. At that $3,000, y'all can decide, do y'all want to take that or do y'all want to go further? Because if it was me, I ain't gonna tell y'all what I would say on here, but I would go for more. I would go for more. Cause sometimes y'all know I watch the Harriet Tubman movie. They start knowing how you talk. They like, hold on, is this Kita? So I'm gonna tell y'all everything because y'all know they watching. They're definitely watching, but we definitely need to know our rights for the FCRA and understand that $1,000, y'all, is more than that. And then also the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. It's so much that we need to know about this, but y'all need to understand that a lot of y'all collections are they're re-aging your debts. If you ever being sued by, if I was ever being, let me say y'all, because I don't know, I don't want to say it wrong, but if I was ever being sued by a collection company, I'm gonna first see if that collection on my credit report. If it on my credit report, if I have not been doing disputes, I'm about to start doing disputes today. I'm going to try to push that case out as far as I can by going to court, say, hey, the court judge, I need documents. Make sure I'm answering them because that's a separate case. Maybe they suing you in state court. I will be doing my disputes for about 2 months. I try to push it out to like 3 months if I can. I would actually file that federal case. I would actually file a federal case and sue them. And then I would negotiate within my federal case. A lot of times they're going to try to settle you with you right away within your federal case. Once you get that settlement, I'll take it down to the state court. Say, hey, we got a settlement. This case needs to be thrown out. But a lot of y'all are not looking at these collection companies in the right way and understand that they are really violating you a lot of times by having stuff on your credit report. If y'all are already being, if they already putting stuff on your credit report, they never even talk to you. That's a huge problem. If they're calling you and then you send them a validation of that letter, which I have for free inside of the free course that come along with the books. If y'all send a validation of that letter and they're still trying to collect on the debt, or they never sent you any type of validation of about that debt, any type of documents, and no, a billing statement is not enough. If they have not been sending y'all this stuff, to me that would be a lawsuit. I'll be putting that as a thing. Like, okay, I sent y'all this document, y'all did not respond. I would just make sure that I would tie in the credit bureau so I can just sue them too if they have it on the credit reports. Let me see. I see a question on here. What's the best thing for credit card debt that's in collections? J2 is suing them. That's the best thing. If y'all have credit card debt that's in collections, see if the see so y'all can have credit card debt that's in collection, but the collection not on your credit report. If the collection is on your credit reports, if it was me, I would build a case and sue that collection company. Okay. If it's a credit card that y'all don't care about, You could just sue the credit card company. Y'all can technically, if it's a credit card company and it's a collection company on your credit report, and if I didn't care about that credit card company because they not gonna let me come back anyway because they don't like how I did them or what my relationship was like, I would sue the credit card company, I would sue the collection company, and I would sue whatever bureau that's reported. That's what I would do personally. Okay. But when it come down to any of these companies on your credit reports, since I've been doing credit for a while, y'all, I remember it was a time when you could send a dispute letter in, y'all, everything just gonna get deleted. Y'all didn't have to play any type of games with these companies. I remember when that time was, and it's just not here anymore. And once they actually made that flip and they didn't want to delete accounts, that's when I started saying, you know what, I need to learn more about suing. And now I learned it. Now I learned it. So it's like, okay, shoot, don't delete everything. Don't even delete everything. I'm gonna look at this as a check. At the end of this, I'm gonna get at least $10,000 out of this. It is what it is. I can use that money for a lot of things. So that's how I would look at it when it come down to like collection companies. But collection companies are usually violating y'all. If y'all want to find errors, look at the last data activity. Y'all last data activity is the first day that you failed to pay the original company or the last time you made a payment on the account. A lot of collection companies change that date to the last time that they reported the account on the credit report. They don't have that old date like they supposed to because they want that account to stay on there longer. So y'all can see that y'all are getting violated from just that. So if y'all find that y'all are getting violated from that, that can be a reason as to why you're actually suing that company. Okay, so y'all can just find out how they violating you, and that can just be a reason as to why you actually suing that company in general. So look at that. Sometimes y'all can see that they added more, like your high credit and your balance would be different. If anything, your high credit, that's the most you ever owed on an account, and your balance should be the same unless you made a payment to that collection company. Sometimes y'all will see your balance is higher than your high credit. That means that they added additional fees onto that. And now I learned so much about collection company. The reason why these collection companies should not be adding any additional fees onto um our collections is because they ain't pay no much, they ain't pay that much money for the debt in the first place. They may pay, 10 cent on a dollar, 20 cent on a dollar. They didn't pay that much money for the debt in the first place. So why you adding fees on it? It just tripped me out that these companies, would still try to violate you. But the reason why they violate you is because they know that they can. They're going to continue to do it because they know that they can. But we definitely need to know about the FDCPA. That's basically what it is, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And then we need to not overthink a lot of this stuff. I'm telling this to myself right now too. Like, don't overthink this because I'm doing it now where it's like, dude, this cannot be that simple. It really cannot be that simple. And I'm trying not to have so much where I'm trying to help people in the process. People ask me questions like, "What's going on with this, Keita? Look at my kids. What's going on?" I don't want to wear myself thin, but like it's getting to the point where it's like, even like one of my family members is suing right now. I don't know what that was. Even one of my family members that's suing right now, they like, "Hey, Keita, this is happening," and I'm like, "Oh, just do this, just do that," and now they got a settlement. Like it's coming like this to me now. And it's like, dude, this cannot be that simple. But I gotta think about it. I've been doing credit for a long time. All of this stuff is just like built up to like a colossal knowledge that I have. Do you understand what I'm saying? I did 3 cases on my own. I did help multiple people with cases. So it just built up. It's like this is just what it is. Once you learn that this is just how it go, it just what it is. You just learn it. That's why I tell y'all, if I was to ever mess up my credit, I would never trip because I would know how to get my credit score back into the 700 within 6 months. I wouldn't care what the heck happened. I wouldn't care. I would know how to get it back within the 700s. And that's kind of how I want us to be. Because some people, they think, oh, once they file bankruptcy, once they have negative accounts on their credit reports, it's over. And it's like, no, you just need to do what you need to do to get it back up. That's kind of like if you're in school, your grades is down. Okay, well, what you need to do is you need to try to see if you can do your assignments better. You need to try to see if you can ask for a grade replay. You need to ask for something, but it's things to change it. Like once you know, if you know what I mean, and whatever it is, even at your job, It could be something that somebody that just started working at your job, like, oh my gosh, it's like, girl, just press this button right there, turn this over there. You know what it is. Once you know what it is, it's not a problem to you. And that's kind of how I want us to be at. Okay. But we definitely need to know the FCRA and we definitely need to know the FDCPA. These is going to be mandatory for us. And then stop ignoring those collection accounts and start researching your options. Some of y'all just ignoring them. And I'm telling y'all that could be money right there. Some of y'all got debt just sitting on your credit report. Some of y'all paying off debt. I think that one of my relationships with one of my friends, I'm trying to figure out like what happened. I think it's because of this thing that I told her about this debt. I really do think it's about that. But like some people are paying debt and some people suing a company. The same company that she was paying the debt for, somebody else got a settlement for. They didn't have to pay it, and they had way more debt than her. So it's like, and I have to understand that, and I just need to leave stuff alone. I guess I don't know, but we need to just understand our options when it come down to these companies. Like seriously, okay, we need to just understand our not options and research it and go for it too. Because it was times where I didn't even want to go for it, y'all. I was scared. I didn't want to do certain things. That's why when I had to do my second case, y'all, I told myself, dude, you finna stop doing credit and you finna go into you finna stop doing this helping try to delete accounts from the credit, or you finna learn how to sue, or you finna do business credit. I just told myself that, and I actually learned how to fully sue. I went full-fledged into it. I went all the way into it. I got my associate's degree for my bachelor's degree, and I'm already heading to law school. So it's like this is what I wanted to do, but all of this credit stuff is around law. That's all it is. I didn't realize that at first. Like this is all around law. Some people are paying these collection companies, some people are getting a check from the collection company. And we just have to understand that. But that's why I'm here every single day, kind of educating y'all about it because y'all, when I was losing my mind at one point, y'all, what I did was I listened to motivational videos every day, or I listened to a lot of videos about like fixing your credit and stuff like that. And I just tried everything I listened to. So now I know who bull crapping you, who not. I just know what it is. So I think that we need to do the same thing. I think that that's why I'm coming on here all the time. Just talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Y'all probably see me on here plenty of times. I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to continue to create more books. I'm already working on my next book. A lot of y'all talk about what to do when y'all being sued by the collection company. I told y'all if it was me, I'm getting sued by a collection company, I'm going to sue them back. Actually help somebody through the full process. I've been asking y'all, is anybody getting sued? Let me help y'all because I need to document the process. I document the process, but they went all the way and got a check from that company. Now that's bad, right? They got a check from the company. So I'm working on that next book right now. But we need to continue to educate ourselves, and I need to continue to educate y'all and tell y'all exactly what it is. Okay. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm continuing to tell y'all what it is. Oh, this is a big one. Make sure that y'all continue to use your credit cards every few months. I think every 6 months that if they don't get closed due to inactivity. I had so many credit cards closed due to inactivity in my earlier years just because I just didn't know. I thought I could just have a credit card and it's gonna stay on there forever. Like, girl, it's gonna stay on your credit report in a sense if you don't mess with it, but it ain't gonna stay open. It's not gonna continue to help with your utilization. I even had one too when I was just getting my bachelor's degree last year. I just had so much stuff going on, y'all. I really did. I had a mattress firm credit card that got closed due to inactivity, and I went into place. I could have bought something cheap, but it was just closed due to inactivity, and it is what it is. But if y'all know that y'all have certain credit cards, make sure that y'all use them so that they don't get closed due to inactivity. If they get closed due to inactivity, now it's gonna mess with your utilization. So say if you had a $5,000 credit card, it was helping with your utilization because you wasn't using it at all. Y'all know I'm not using no mattress firm credit card, but it's helping with my overall utilization and it's an older account. So it's like, okay, let's keep it. But I was like, let me go ahead and just use it. But no, y'all, I didn't use it. So if y'all use our credit cards, it's a great chance that they don't close it due to inactivity. So it's gonna mess with your utilization and your average age of accounts too. Because now you're gonna have a closed account on your credit report, which is gonna make your credit score go down. So yeah, make sure y'all using your credit cards every 6 months. I just tell myself now, I try to make everything so simple. When I tell y'all this stuff, like I'm really like Dory, I'm really like Dory. Like I have to put myself on a schedule. Ever since I put myself on a schedule and start writing everything down, y'all, my life has been going up, 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 up. Ever since I started doing that and not living in my head, but actually listen to Jerome when he said write everything down. I wrote it down. But y'all hear that stuff in the Bible where, write it down, write a plan, make it simple, make it plain, just write it down. It don't matter. That stuff is real. Write it down. But when I started just writing it down and implementing it and made it simple, my life has changed. So now to make sure that my credit cards don't get closed due to inactivity, what I do is just every January, what credit cards ain't been getting used? I'm gonna use it. Every July, what credit cards ain't been used? It's coming up now. I'm gonna use it because I'm not gonna let these credit cards get closed due to inactivity because it's gonna hurt my credit. Hi, Jim. How are you doing today? You dropping gems today. Pay every credit. So another one is pay your credit card balances before the statement date when possible. Some of y'all, I just start telling my clients because again, I want to make stuff simple. Remember that? Just pay your credit cards 5 days before your due date and don't use it again till 5 days after your due date. That was just so simple to me. If y'all just stick to that, that's gonna help y'all out a lot. They're like, when I should pay this? When I should pay that? Just 5 days before your due date, pay as much as you can. And then 5 days after that, y'all can use it. But the reason why I say that is because if y'all paying 5 days before y'all due date, y'all not gonna have any late payments, y'all utilization gonna go down. And then guess what? If y'all was to pay it 5 days before y'all due date and y'all was to use it the day of y'all due date, the day after y'all due date, that's still gonna mess with your utilization because whatever you use, it's kind of like you never paid it anymore. Because they're not gonna report your credit card until about 3 to 5 days after your due date. So that's why I say to be safe, 5 days after you do that, you can use it. And we shouldn't be dependent on our credit cards like that anyway. And if y'all don't like the date that your credit card land on, what if y'all use that credit card for your energy bill? And every time y'all due date is here, y'all energy bill is due. Y'all need to ask that credit card company to change y'all due date. Y'all can ask these companies to change their due date on that credit card, or you need to ask the energy company to change your due date. Somebody need to change, okay? Because we just need to make sure that you're following this, okay? So this is huge. Let me get a sip of water, y'all. Okay, perfect. And then avoid maxing out our credit cards. I told y'all we can avoid maxing them out by just making sure that we never using more than 30% of our credit card. If we do that, we avoid maxing out our credit cards anyway. We avoiding that anyway. So again, just make sure that y'all never using more than 30% of y'all credit cards. That's just something. And if you guys are just not coming in, I'm talking about things that we can do. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. I'm talking about things that we can do. I'm going over 60 things that we can do, y'all, so that next Juneteenth, our credit is up, our finances is up, and we actually moved forward. We did not stay stagnant. If y'all think that y'all are in the same place, y'all really not because everything is going up. Our groceries is going up, our gas is going up, our expenses is going up. Everything is going up. Even inflation in general is going up. So if y'all think that y'all are still at that same level, y'all not because everything else is going up and you're still left behind. So I'm talking about things that we can do in that pertains to our credit that can be able to help us in the future to make sure that next year, June, everybody should have their credit scores in the 700s. Like by Juneteenth next year, y'all should really have credit scores in the 700s if it ain't there already. Or if you guys have some type of debt, y'all should have that stuff all paid off, all clear. Y'all should be good. Okay. If y'all just make sure that y'all focus on some of these things. All right. Especially like just not maxing out your credit cards. Y'all shouldn't spend more than 30% of y'all credit cards. So if y'all just had that thing, y'all not holding balances on y'all credit cards, that's going to help y'all not have to pay a lot of money in interest, which y'all can put that money towards something else. Okay, so yes, make sure that y'all are not maxing out y'all credit cards. Oh, another one on here is write a written payoff, debt payoff plan. Write your plan. I already got my plan. I already got my plan for my student loans. I have a student loan. And let me know if y'all need help with this because I can probably help y'all with this. Um, I can't wait to be able to write a book on how I paid off my student loans. But what I did was I actually organized all of my student loans from the one with the highest interest rate to one with the lowest, and I'm just knocking them out one by one. It's basically the avalanche method, but y'all just have a plan on what y'all want to do and when y'all gonna do it. And then I say, okay, listen. I'm not paying 265 anymore for daycare. I'm not paying 265. I'm like 265 for daycare and transportation. That automatically can go to whatever the loan is that I'm paying right now, plus any additional income going towards that loan. Okay, it's just as simple as that. That's how I'm doing it. And then when you guys purchase my books too, I'm like, okay, book sales come in. Okay, good. That can go towards me paying off my student loans. I told her I'm not going to be going to law school as much as I want to help. I'm not gonna go to law school and get more debt, and I still already got some debt. That ain't. That's not gonna happen. That's just backwards. I'm not gonna do it. But I'm like, okay. Let me hurry up and pay off the this debt. And every time I continue to educate myself, y'all purchasing my books. I really tell y'all everything. I literally give y'all all the game because I really appreciate y'all purchasing my books and stuff like that. But that's what my plan is, to pay off my student loans. So y'all need to come up with a plan. Okay. So y'all need to figure out what plan y'all want to be on. Maybe y'all want to be on a snowball method. Having certain things paid off, I guess it will feel kind of good with a snowball method. But I just want to pay the most efficient way, just making sure I pay the one with the highest interest rate. Okay. Hi, DJ. DJ, how are you doing today? But that's what I want to do. So y'all just come up with a written payoff plan for paying off y'all debt. That's what I would do. And then set a goal, like for right now, like literally, y'all go and take a screenshot of what y'all credit score looking like right now. Thank you so much for the heart me. Take a screenshot what y'all credit score look like, and then tell yourself by Juneteenth next year, I need to be up at least 100 points on each one of these. If y'all already in the 700s, don't kill yourself trying to go to the 800s. Just say, okay, I just need to be over 750. If you're already over 750, I need to make sure that y'all maintain it, clear up any debt that y'all have. Y'all can have other goals. But if y'all not in the 700s, y'all can just say, okay, you know what? By next time this year, next Juneteenth, I already heard this girl talk. I need to make sure that my credit scores, each one, TransUnion need to be up 100 points, Equifax need to be up 100 points, Experian need to be up 100 points. Y'all know I'm going over how to raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. But some of y'all, that may be vigorous for y'all, because it is vigorous. I ain't gonna lie. It is a vigorous thing. It's so much that y'all need to do, but y'all can just simply set a goal saying, hey, by Juneteenth next year, let me just be up 100 points. Okay. Let me be in the 700s, whatever. Okay. If y'all already at 680, let me do my 100 points. Let me get over 750. But y'all need to set a goal that Juneteenth next year, y'all are in a better place than right now. I do this all the time. And my goal point, I know we're on Juneteenth right now, but my goal point is my birthday. When my birthday come around, I need to look back and see, hey, what did I do from my last year until now? Every time on my birthday, I give myself a present, but it's always something that can help me. Okay. So I always think about something that can help me with in the future or something going forward. And no matter what it is, it can be simple things. If I didn't set up certain accounts, I remember one time for my birthday, that's when I first set up my IRA. I remember when I messed up my credit one year on one of my birthdays. I was like, okay, I know I need to build my credit. I got a secure credit card. I actually got it. And I stopped procrastinating. But it's just certain things. You put a certain amount into your investment accounts on your birthday. You can pay off certain debts. Like, okay, by my birthday, I want to have my car paid off. You know, that's my birthday is my thing that I set my goals by. But we're right now talking for Juneteenth, so y'all can have the same things. But every year on y'all birthday, y'all can have the same thing, and it can be different. You know, secure credit card, that was years ago. It was years ago, but it still helped me to today technically because I built my credit from that in a sense. So y'all can do the same thing. So Juneteenth next year, y'all need to have a goal. Like, you know what, I gotta have my credit score up 100 points in 30 days because I'm sitting around here scrolling and I ain't got nothing to show for it. But y'all need to have them honest conversations with yourself. And then make sure that y'all tracking y'all progress every month. Y'all know I told y'all I track my credit every single month. Y'all can track y'all progress every single month. Even if y'all just get in what 10 points a month, that's 120 of them by the time June of next year. Y'all can say, okay, I'm gonna keep checking my credit score every single month. I just need to be up 10 points. Maybe y'all be light on y'allself coming up on July right now. Maybe y'all just say, you know what, just let me not have went backwards. Because some of y'all may have late payments that's dragging y'all credit right now. Let me not have went backwards. Let me just make sure that my credit score is not going backwards. And y'all can just go from there. And then starting July 1st, you say, okay, this is what my credit score is. And then August 1st, see if y'all up 10 points. Then September, see if y'all up from August. Just set it like that. But y'all need to track yourself, and y'all need to be the one that's basically being hard on yourself. If y'all not being hard on yourself, who is? Okay. And then some of y'all need to make sure that y'all building an emergency fund. Some of y'all think that y'all don't need to have an emergency fund, any money sitting to the side. This is something I'm doing with my kids, where making sure that they have money sitting to the side, they have emergency funds on their own, because you know when my kids getting money, they think that they just can blow it. And I don't want to be the manager of their money, where it's like, oh, mama gonna manage it, or mama gonna stop me from doing this, mama gonna stop me from doing that. No, 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 no. I want you to know what's in your account, and I want you to make sure that you're not swiping your card that much. You need to know how much is in there. You need to have a savings goal. So that's something I am talking to my kids about. They're probably hearing it right now when we going live. But during our Dex Family meeting, which is tomorrow, this is something I'm going to go over. So even if y'all don't have an emergency fund, even if y'all was to save $10 per week, it don't matter. Start with something. And y'all should have set up some type of automatic withdrawal of this $10. Maybe a move from your checking to your savings account or something like that. But set it up automatically so you don't be like, dang, I ain't even got that much money in here. It don't matter. The $10 already gone. You didn't even see it. Because y'all gotta think about it. We got a lot of auto pay set up on our accounts, and we don't even see that money coming out of our accounts. That money be gone by the time we check. So y'all need to make sure that y'all say y'all pay yourselves the same way. So if you don't have an emergency fund, y'all can start with $10 a week. If y'all already been started, maybe y'all want to start increasing it. Don't just have a set amount. It's if y'all trying to work to get y'all 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, maybe y'all continue to add to it. When I was doing things like this, set up an emergency fund, I just had to start a certain thing. Like, you know what? Let me just add $100 a week. Let me add $200 a week. It was times where I said, let me just add that $10 because that's all I could be able to add. But y'all start wherever y'all are and do something. That's it. That's the whole goal. Okay. Just make sure that y'all doing something. Okay, let me make sure I restart this one too. But just that's the whole thing. Just make sure that y'all restarting something. And then I want y'all to stop applying for unnecessary credit. This is something that I Look, I probably should listen to this right now because I see this one car. I'm like, oh, let me get the PayPal card. Girl, you don't need that card. I don't care if you deal with PayPal. You don't need the card. Like, why are you applying for this anyway? Like, so stop applying for unnecessary credit because that do mess with your average age of accounts. And if y'all don't need it, it's another card that y'all need to maintain. If y'all are applying for credit cards and y'all are not maintaining it, what's the point? It's going to be closed. It's going to help you temporarily. It's not going to help you fully in the future, probably. So y'all just stop applying for unnecessary credit. And then if y'all are applying for credit cards, y'all better not be getting no credit cards with an annual fee over $39 at all. Unless y'all doing something that charge you like $4 per month or something like that. I can see that. I can see it only because you can close it early. Okay. You can easily replace that credit card and close it early. Okay. And then learn the difference between good debt and bad debt. And some of y'all may think stuff is good debt and it's not really good debt. And that's just me listening to Dave Ramsey, y'all. I love his Baby Step Millionaire book. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be if y'all have been watching me for a while, y'all know I love me some credit cards. I love some credit, but like Dave Ramsey make a lot of sense. Okay, listen to that Baby Step Millionaires. I like the point that if you ever think about getting some money, you got the money in your own accounts. You can borrow from yourself. I love the whole thought of that. Okay, you got your own money. You ain't got to pay yourself interest. Or if you do want to pay yourself interest, you can say, okay, if I take this money out right now, I'm going to make sure that I'm paying this a set amount of money. Whatever you want to do, you could do alone against yourself, basically. So I definitely love that. But know the difference between good debt and bad debt, and then make sure you guys teach your kids about not necessarily just credit. I'm going to teach my kids about credit, but I'm not at the same time. I'm not. I'm not at the same time. I'm going to help them build their credit, but I'm not going to teach them about it. I want to teach them smart financial habits so that they have cash, so that they have their own money. So if they want to go get some money, they want to do certain things, they can take from themselves in a sense. That's what I'm going to make sure I teach my kids, because sometimes if you don't have your own money, that's when you start using credit cards because you just ain't got it. It could be something for something important. Yeah, you probably even got some money coming in that you can replace it, but now you borrowing just to be able to get it. Like some people that's doing payday loans. That's because you ain't got money. You don't have money in your account. If you have money in your account, you will be doing a payday loan. I will not be doing any payday loans. You know the interest on that, but some people just so their money is so low, they really don't have a choice in a sense. Like they really need the money. So they go and do payday loans, but that can set you back so much. That can really set you back so much by being able by doing that. So I don't want to make sure I teach my kids great financial habits of keeping money in your accounts. And my kids too. I know I told y'all telling my kids how to build an emergency fund. I have got them this book. I'm kind of like tricking them into doing. I want my kids to, you know how I got my credit books. I want my kids to write like some financial books because they're doing good. I want my kids to write some financial books for like kids. Um, but I kind of gave them some books, y'all. Y'all need to put the stuff that y'all want y'all kids to have in their environment, like around them. They had found the books that I had got them. We looked at them before; they wasn't that interested in them. But guess what? They found them again, and now they all like, "Ooh, I want to say this." They got this little thing where they like gotta fill it out, and save money. So they're like, "What can I do to get this much money?" I say, "You gotta work." What you mean? What you got to do? But I put in their environment, so now they want it. Now they seeking it out. So I definitely love that. But make sure y'all teach y'all kids because one day gonna be an adult, and y'all gotta look at yourself. Like honestly, did y'all parents teach y'all about credit? Did they tell y'all all about credit, and not just warning you that credit is bad? Did they teach you how to navigate it? They teach you how, if you were going to get a car loan, how to get a great interest rate, how to raise your credit score very fast, so that or how to build y'all credit so that when y'all do go get y'all car loan, y'all y'all interest rates not in the 20s. Y'all interest rates is more in the single digits. Did they teach y'all that? These are the things that should be taught to you. I think you should fully educate yourself and then teach it to your kids. One of the biggest reasons I know I want to be able to go to school to be able to educate you all. And to be able to help you all sue, that was a big reason. It's still a huge reason. But another thing is, when I was helping my kids with their work, I'm like, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? I need to go back to school myself. And then too, with my daughter, how am I going to tell her to go and get her degree very young, and I'm not doing it? I became the person that I really wanted her to be, honestly. I did. And then once I went through all the process of like school, I just signed her up for my school. I signed her up for the school that I went to. Sure did. And that's how she was able to get her 21 credits while she was still in high school, technically. And that's how she was able to graduate high school at 16 and be able to be fully in college because I went and educated myself and then I taught my daughter. And then we were talking about my son, about him being able to educate himself and the method, because I always give him like some workbooks and we work out of the workbooks because it tell you what you need to know by certain grades. And I was like, we're not going to overthink this for him. He's going into the 7th grade. We're not going to overthink this for him. I know the blueprint. I already know what to do. I did it already with my daughter. All she got to do is take her classes. Now she's going to graduate with her AA at 17. I already know what the blueprint is. Don't overthink it. Repeat the process. So educate yourself fully, and then y'all can be able to educate y'all kids. How I educated myself so much about credit, that's how I'm educating y'all. Y'all, I've been there, done that. That's how I'm able to even educate y'all because I did so much. Okay, this one is good. Number 21 too. Okay, this is a good one because some of y'all are doing this wrong, and I ain't never I never do this wrong in a sense, but becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card or adding your kid as an authorized user. If you guys add your children as an authorized user, it can help their credit score go up, but y'all can easily add them right before they turn 18, honestly. Y'all can add them right before they turn 18. They're gonna still get that same amount of history. Ain't nothing gonna change really. They're gonna still get that same history. I added my daughter on when she was very, very young. I think she was like 14 when I added her on as an authorized user to my credit cards. But y'all can also add it, y'all kids on. But like my next kids, I'm not gonna add them on this early. Like I'm gonna add them on when they need it. You know what I mean? Like when they is 17 or something, make sure they all get added on when they 17. So when they 18, they'll have the credit. But like I told you, I'm educating them now about just money, not necessarily about credit, because that's borrowing money. That's y'all need to know about borrowing money. Y'all need to have your own money first. That's what I'm educating my kids on. But I am going to add them as an authorized user. Now, you guys can be added as an authorized user on someone else's credit cards. I told y'all that I had bought two trade lines that had like 20 years of history. Yeah, they had like 20 years of history because I wanted to have more history on my credit. Y'all, if y'all mess up y'all credit cards, even in the past, even if y'all start building y'all credit, y'all may have 7 years of history, or I think my years is like 12 years of history right now. I want more. That's something that y'all gonna have to just grow into it. Y'all know they like, oh, you got gray hair, you got wisdom. Y'all just can't get wisdom. Y'all have to go through some stuff. Y'all have to educate yourself. Think of that as having age. So I did authorized users like a trade line. I became an authorized user on credit cards. I technically just paid for it though. But y'all can, if y'all have a family member that got some credit cards, y'all can become an authorized user on their credit cards. But y'all just make sure that y'all are doing it the right way. With my problem is not utilization. It wasn't it's not utilization. I want age. That's what I want. I want more age. Okay. So when I had the credit cards on, I was thinking, okay, I'll just get more age. And that was good because it did bring up my average age of accounts. Now the thing is with you all, y'all may have utilization problem. Y'all shouldn't care how old that account is. Y'all want to know what the credit limit is about. What is that credit limit on that card? Okay, so if y'all have utilization problem where your credit cards is maxed out or they at 30%, they got 20%, and you want your utilization to be even lower, y'all want to be thinking about what the credit limit is. Okay, and then make sure if y'all be added as an authorized user or anyone else's credit card that they're not maxed out their credit cards because it's going to show up on your credit report as if you maxed out the credit card. Okay, whatever on that credit card is going to be on yours. So make sure that y'all add the appropriate trade lines or accounts. Make sure y'all add it to the right people accounts because if they mess up on their accounts, y'all, it look like y'all messing up on y'all's. It's really as simple as that. Okay. And then make sure that y'all reviewing y'all credit utilization every single month. I told y'all that already. Make sure that y'all doing that. And then y'all need to understand the factors that's factoring into y'all credit. Okay. Inside uh-oh. Let me put this plug over here. But inside of the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days, also it's not even the ones that I have pinned down below. The Strongest 75 book, the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. I teach all about the things that's factored into your credit. So I told y'all 35% of your credit score is made up of your payment history. That's why I tell y'all to pay y'all stuff on time. 30% of it is going to be y'all utilization. So I need to understand that. All the negative accounts and stuff like that, y'all, that stuff, like the negative accounts, that stuff needs to be completely deleted from your credit reports. Okay. And then two, new accounts can be 10% of your credit. So these are just things that you need to because that's in terms of your inquiries. Y'all just need to make sure that y'all understand what's the factors that go into your credit. That's why I tell y'all, get y'all just make sure you have 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts reported, keep y'all utilization at 10% or less. Anything negative need to come off. Y'all inquiries need to be at 10 or less. That's like if you want to go to the 700s, do that. And once you do all of that, all of that stuff is done and you still ain't the 700s, you at 650, just wait a few months. It's going to continue to come up, especially if your utilization is low, which is one of the things. By the time that 6-month mark comes, y'all will be in the 700s. Okay. And then y'all need to read one financial literacy book a year. I've been on reading one book a month. I used to read more than this, but it is what it is. So y'all need to read more than nothing. Y'all need to read one book a year. If y'all not reading anything, just try to find one financial literacy book per year. I remember when I used to like to get into all of the coldest winter ever and stuff like that when I was younger. I'm happy I did that because that helped me get into just reading in general. Okay. And if y'all trying to get into reading, maybe y'all just need to start creating a habit of just reading. Or maybe y'all need to say, you know what, I'm just gonna read 10 pages a day. Thank you so much for the heart me. But y'all need to just start reading in general. So just one financial literacy book per year would be good. But like I said, my goal right now is just one per month. I used to read more than this. I used to try to read one per week, but like my schedule is so full, I just don't do it. But one per month is still amazing. That's 12 books a year. But make sure that they're about financial literacy because I think that that's the biggest thing that a lot of us is lacking in, just financial literacy. Okay. And then if y'all don't have a budget, create it. Y'all can just have a simple budget. When I first started doing my simple budget, I just listed everything that I had to pay. Okay. I have to pay my house and I have to pay my utility. I have to pay my insurance. I have to pay, all these different things. I listed it. And I said, okay, let me try to see if I can get any of these lower. As simple as that. And then I see how much income I had coming in, and then how much my expenses was, and then whatever I had left over, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use this to pay off my debt. Y'all can start simple budgets like that, but y'all need to have some type of budgets. Y'all need to know what y'all spending y'all money on, how much money y'all do have coming in. And then once y'all know what y'all expenses is, y'all can be able to try to see if y'all can cut it even more. And then once y'all know what y'all income is, y'all can try to raise that even more. Okay. And then a lot of y'all need to know exactly how much debt you owe. I was just looking up I thi- another company that I can use to be able to track my net worth. Yes, I have found another company I can be able to use to track my net worth, but they track everything. So they track like your debts, they track how much is in your investments account, how much in your bank accounts, what your credit scores look like. They track it all. So I'm gonna test that company. I'm gonna tell y'all about that probably in a few more months or probably next year when I really get into this part of my life. I kind of try to teach y'all everything after I fully go through everything. I don't want to tell y'all about something too prematurely. Um, but yeah, y'all need to know how much debt y'all actually owe and then be working towards actually lowering it. So, my student loans, I'm like, okay, I got this much student loans. Oh man, my student loans went down 5% in a year. It went out, I mean, in a month. It went out 10% a month. I want to see that number actually go down, but y'all need to track what that number is. And then y'all need to set a goal to reduce the total. Even by next year, Juneteenth, if y'all got y'all card on right now, y'all need to really listen to Dave Ramsey, seriously. I had my car for a year and I just already got tired of paying the card note. So I started listening to Dave Ramsey. I started listening to the what's the thing when they be ringing the bell? I forgot what that is. The the dead screams or something like that, where they basically scream, "We're dead free." I start listening to that stuff every single day. It's all I listen to. I just like drown myself in it. And then with me listening to him so much, doing his little gazelle intense stuff, y'all, I was able to pay off my car before I hit that 2 year mark. So I paid off my car in less than a year. After I so basically I had my car note for less than 2 years. So y'all need to reduce y'all debt, but y'all need to make sure that y'all set a goal. Y'all can say, hey, it's Juneteenth right now. By next Juneteenth, I'm not gonna have this car note. By next Juneteenth, I'm not gonna have this credit card debt. If y'all got a lot of credit card debt, I'm not gonna have these credit cards, whatever it is. Whatever it is, y'all need to say, I'm gonna reduce my debt by a certain amount and really go towards doing it. But the best way that I found for me to even stay on track with my student loans is by doing it weekly. I have to stay obsessed with it. Okay. I have to stay obsessed with it. Dave Ramsey methods are extreme. You know what? Sometimes stuff is extreme that we need to be extreme. And I'm extreme too. So yeah, I had 3 babies at home with no doctor. I'm an extreme person. So it was good for me. It's like, we gotta do this. So when it comes down to that, y'all, some of this stuff is just extreme. If y'all know what I'm doing for my student loans, y'all would be like, dang, this is extreme. But y'all, it is what it is. You gotta have goals and you just gotta try to tackle it. Period. And then don't put more on your plate. It is what it is. And with that car, I'm so happy that I did pay that car off early, y'all. When you start seeing, y'all check that. Look at your car. Y'all, if y'all are like me, I am not saying I'm cheap, but I'm cheap at the same time. Y'all see how much money y'all paying every single month towards the interest, and then it's not even that they tell you how much they charge you every day. How about y'all do this? Make it easier, because Dave Ramsey said we don't feel nothing until we actually taking cash out of our pocket. Go get the cash out the bank. They say, hey, we charging you $10 per day. You need to take $10 out of you need to keep your little stack of tens, and then you need to get your little jar and put the $10 in there every single day. And then look how much it's filling up. You're like, dang, that's a lot of money because you're gonna actually see it. But like when you start seeing how much they charge you every single day, you're gonna be like, okay, listen, this is crazy. And I understand why Dave Ramsey is want us to be extreme, y'all, because the same money, and this is what made me want to get my car note too. That same money that you're putting into your car note, you could be paying 500 some dollars, 600 something, $700 towards your car note. That same money that you put in your car note, if y'all was just to put that in your IRA, Y'all know this year we could put $7,500 to the side in your IRA. If y'all was to just stop paying them and pay yourself and just put it into SPY or put it into VOO, how you over here, Big J, that fast? Y'all would see, y'all can have so much money for y'all retirement. And once I start learning that, like, wait, hold on, I'm helping them get rich, and like, I can keep this money for myself. And if y'all already maxing out your IRA, what about your 401k? Are y'all getting the full match? Some of y'all jobs just matching y'all. Y'all getting the full match? Y'all can let them take more money out of y'all check because y'all was gonna put that on a card note. But guess what? Y'all ain't got one no more. So these are just things that y'all need to think about. Thank you so much, Julia. So this is just stuff that y'all really need to think about. But once I start learning that, y'all. I was just like, I gotta change something. So sometimes we gotta be extreme. Even me telling y'all, let's get 100 points in 30 days, y'all, that is extreme. I told y'all that is kind of extreme, but it works. It can happen. You just gotta put your head down and say, for the next 30 days, I'm going to do every single thing that I need to do to raise my credit score. So everything is really extreme, but we gotta be extreme, y'all. We really do gotta be extreme because we got a lot of people that's being extreme to get our money. All right, so we got to be extreme to make sure that we taking our money back from them. Okay. And then y'all need to know how lenders are viewing y'all credit profiles in general. Some of y'all just think that, some company, like say if y'all was buying a house, some people look at it the wrong way when y'all buying a house. Y'all can buy a house with a 580 credit score, yeah, but y'all want to make sure that when y'all look at y'all credit reports, y'all don't want to have collections on your credit report. Some companies say will allow you to have $2,000 worth of collections. So some of y'all just say y'all gonna pay them. If it was me, I would just sue them. But that's just me. I would just personally sue them. Some of y'all may have like some charge-offs on your credit reports. If y'all have charge-offs, they'll still probably let you purchase a home, but they're gonna say 5% of that debt. We're gonna have to include that into your debt to income ratio, which means you're gonna be able to the amount that you would have got for your loan is going to be decreased because they got to include that 5%. So y'all just need to understand like how lenders, what they're looking at, okay, for you guys to be able to purchase certain things. I have certain clients that have like a repossession on their credit reports. Or they have certain things and they're like, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a thing. You can still get a car with with a repo on your credit report. You still can, but they're gonna give you a crazy interest rate. Just rule the repossession on your credit reports. A lot of times, these companies is only looking at your credit reports. They're not looking anywhere else. They're like literally just looking at your credit reports. That's it. Okay, and if they're only looking at your credit report, they want to see what your credit score is, what kind of debt you have. If you remove that repossession from your credit report, then they ain't gonna know about it no way. It is what it is. Some people was talking about this when it came down to like a mortgage. They're like, well, they can look other places to see my bankruptcy. That's fine, but your credit score is higher. You're not hiding the bankruptcy. You're just wanting your credit score to go up. Y'all. So y'all need to understand how they're gonna look at it. And then y'all need to make sure that y'all keep your old positive accounts open. I told y'all that. Make sure that your accounts don't get closed due to inactivity. So try to see if y'all keep your old accounts open because that's going to help y'all out a lot. If y'all get these accounts closed, it's going to lower your credit score, and that's not something that we want. So just make sure that y'all are keeping these open. Okay, so let me see what else we have here. I told y'all avoid y'all late payments at all costs. Just make sure that y'all have everything put on auto pay. And then two, keep a freeze on your credit reports. If y'all keep a freeze on your credit reports, y'all don't have to worry about if y'all keep a freeze, y'all don't have to worry about identity theft in a sense because y'all got a freeze on your credit reports. Who's gonna get into your credit reports? And thank you so much, Shortcake, for the heartbeat. But if y'all keep a freeze on there, like who's finna get into your credit? Who finna get in there? So just keep a freeze on your credit reports. If y'all do have negative accounts on your credit reports, don't just look at that one credit bureau, TransUnion. Don't just look at TransUnion. Don't just look at Equifax. Don't look at Experian. Look at all three of them and compare all three of them. Compare the data that they're saying on all three of your credit reports. Okay, and then monitor your reports after sending in your disputes. After y'all sending y'all disputes to the credit bureaus, which I hope that y'all are sending in y'all dispute certified mail, make sure that y'all are monitoring like y'all credit. Y'all should be able, y'all probably get emails from Experian saying, oh, we got an update to your accounts, or hey, we got your disputes. We're still waiting for information from the creditors. Y'all just need to make sure that y'all continue to monitor y'all disputes to see exactly what they're saying. Okay. And then once they say that everything is done, y'all disputes are done, then y'all can send out y'all letters early. I just had a client I was like, dang, I don't know how this credit bureau get your letters so late like this, but that's fine. The other ones are done now. We just gotta wait a few more days for this credit bureau. But if you get notice from them that they said that they got it done earlier, let me know, because we're gonna wait the 31 days after they receive the certified letter. So you'll track it and see the day that they actually got it, and you'll track the 31 days. But if they said that they done before the 31 days, then we can go ahead and do what we got to do before then. But y'all have to wait that time. But just continue to track it to see if they sent y'all anything. Sometimes they may say things like they need to verify your identity, but just stay on top of everything. And I already talked to y'all about that earlier, making sure that y'all save all y'all credit related documents in one place. Y'all can see I got some of my clients' files that I'm really working on today back here. This is kind of why I keep them the ones that I'm working on today. Um, but y'all may not keep y'all documents all together. Just try to take a picture of it. Y'all know y'all we keep our pictures. These pictures be so old in our phone. Y'all could just take a picture of every single page. Just keep your documents. Y'all can throw the thing in the garbage because it's struggling to do it. Don't if y'all didn't care that much about it. At least have a picture of it so when y'all do come to y'all senses, because that's what I call it. Because I had to come to my senses to know that, girl, you gotta do something about this. You can't just let it sit there. When y'all do come to y'all senses, y'all can probably do something about it. Okay, so just make sure y'all take a picture, and just if y'all can keep a file cabinet, keep all your documents in one place, and that's going to help you all out a lot. And then know the impacts of a charge off and a collection on your credit reports. To me, a collection and a charge off, they're one and the same. Once that charge off, the original creditors say anything about they charge it off, they get rid of the debt. To me, they all the same. To the point where now you need to get that account deleted from your credit reports. Usually, when they charge off that debt, they're going to sell it to a collection company. Both of those accounts to me need to get deleted off, period. That's what I was telling you earlier. Somebody asked about a collection, like how do I deal with the collection of a credit card company? Is a credit card company on your credit report? Because you probably need to remove that too. But if it was me, I would sue the credit card company, I would sue the collection company, and I would sue all three credit bureaus. And I would ask all of them for a check. I sure will. I would ask all of them for a check, and I would tell them delete the account from the credit reports. And then whoever really have the debt, whether that's the collection company or original creditor, I'll ask both of them to waive the debts. Now I no longer owe. I don't know which one of y'all got the debt, but y'all need to waive it so say I no longer owe. But y'all need to know the impacts of both of them on your credit reports. And y'all need to understand that late payments, to me, have more of an impact a lot of times than charge-offs and collections. On the reason and bankruptcies too. On the reason why I say that, because usually when y'all get late payments, if y'all continue to be late, y'all get hit every single month. You go 30, 60, 90, 120 days late. Y'all get a collection on your credit reports. Once y'all get hit with that collection, that's it. Y'all not gonna have is y'all credit score not gonna continue to go down. Soon as y'all get that bankruptcy, y'all get that one hit and it's over. But late payments, y'all, that happen every single month. So y'all just want to make sure that y'all understand the impact of these accounts, and y'all need to make sure that y'all have everything on auto pay so you don't get any late payments. And then when it come down to collections and charge off, they both need to get deleted. Period. Like both of them need to come off of there. Do I retype the actual dispute letters in the book, or can they be edited? Um, so you must have to send me a dispute letter book. So you can retype those books. You can just keep the letters exactly how they are. I will, let me actually show you. So say if you can do this bankruptcy letter right here, right? You could technically type this whole letter up, right? Type the whole letter up, and then where you see where it says like your account name, account number, and heirs, that's what you gotta fill in. You're gonna keep all of this wording and stuff the same. You're gonna keep all this wording and stuff the same. And then you gotta put your name, address, date of birth, social security number, the date, and then the credit bureau's name and address here. And then don't forget you gotta copy this twice. Okay, you want to, I mean, yeah, you got to copy it twice because you need three set of letters: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Yeah. But I y'all, I made this book because I know a lot of credit repair companies was mad that I was really giving y'all the game on it because I'm over this credit stuff, y'all. We need to sue them. I don't care about raising the credit score no more. It's, it's just too easy to me now. And it's just not fun because a lot of y'all not listening all the way. So I was like, you know what, let me just give y'all the whole game because I want to go into trading and investing and stuff. That's what I want to talk about. Um, so I was like, you know, I'm finna just get out the whole game. But I know a lot of credit repair companies like the letters are not in the book. No, y'all got a free course. Because with the free course, y'all got a Word document. You ain't got to worry about do I copy, paste, type, da 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 da. It's download the document and edit that. Edit that. It's so much simpler, right? So when you guys get the other books, like the ones that's down below, you except for this one, every one of them have a free course to come along with it. But this one have the 70 dispute letters inside of them, and this is just my copy for display. Y'all can see I like messed it up, but that's why I got it on display because I messed it up already. But charge-offs, collections, repossessions, bankruptcy, student loans, foreclosures. There's a lot of different letters in here, so you're just gonna have to fill in your personal information at the top. Who is it going to for the credit bureaus? Keep all them paragraphs the same and then change right here where it says the account name and account number and then your dispute heirs. That's what you want to make sure that you're filling out and editing the most. That's what you want to make sure that you're filling out the most. And thank you so much for getting your book. Don't forget, get inside that free course because you're going to, with the book that you got, you're going to have these 70 dispute letters at the end. But I really think that since you're going to have the 4 book bundle with the free course, get inside the free course, watch the master class for the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, just so you'll know, okay, how do I raise our credit score 100 points in 30 days? A lot of information, a lot of stuff you got to do. But do those different things. And then right at the bottom of it, that's where you can download the dispute letters. I even have, demand letters. Y'all start asking me for certain things, I put it in there. Somebody last year when I first came out with the book was like, I can't get a bank account key to, okay, well that means your check system's messed up. You need to clear your check systems. And I learned that from when I was in high school when I worked at the bank, that we have check systems. That's who keep information about our banking. This is just about our credit cards, but our actual banking, our check system. So I got like letters in there for check systems, but you will see like the letters in there for like dispute letters. Use those. Put all of your accounts on that one letter. I like this book for people that have like targeted situations. Maybe you only got a bankruptcy. Maybe you only got a foreclosure. Maybe you only got student loans you need to work on. That's what I really, really love about this book here. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm like missing some. The actual dispute letters in the book. Okay, yes. The book that I have is Student to Win, The Credit Blueprint, and the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. Okay, you got some good ones. You don't have that workbook, that's fine, y'all. That workbook to me, I don't know. I talk crap about my own books, but when I first created that book, y'all, it took me a long time to create it. It's this one right here, if y'all can even see it. And this is still my copy. I think this is even my original copy of it too. Like my first, but like that book, it's just long and it's like y'all, like I guess it's like that's like when you teach your kids how to wash dishes and they want to do too much. It's like you don't even need to do all of that. You ever have people that put dishes in the side of the dishwasher and they like really fully wash their dishes? I understand getting all the stuff off of them. Like I understand that. Get all the stuff off of them, then put the dish in the dishwasher, but you may have people that wash the dishes all the way. It's like you should just rinse it, put it on the rack, you doing all that. It's kind of like that. That's how I feel like that book is. It's just so detailed. It gives you so much stuff, but it's like, dude, let's get to the point. We need 100 points in 30 days. So I think you got some good ones. You got the credit cleanup blueprint. You got 70 dispute letters there. You got the suing to win, which is really one of the most important books you need to have. It's not my favorite, but it's you need to know it. You need to really do it, you know. But the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, I just love that because no matter if you mess up your credit, I don't care what you do, y'all. Y'all would know how to get it back together, period. And once you know the suing to win, once you know the steps or whatever, it's like, okay, cool. Let me just implement it. So I think you got some really good books, and you're you're very, very welcome. Do any of these help with rent reporting? Yeah, so we go over rent reporting in the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. And we also go on in that Strong and 75 workbook that I was talking to you about. It talks about the rent report. And I was hoping that I would have. Well, maybe I could just put in here. You told. Wait, you okay? You said you got to raise your credit score. Let me tell you what page it is for that. Let me look into this book. I can tell you what page it's in. I think it's day 21. Yeah, day 21, we talk about add positive accounts. So on this day, that's when I talk to y'all about self. I talked about rental karma. I talked to y'all about rent reporters in general. Y'all know self is reporting it. So yeah, I do talk about it on day 21 of the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. And then I do also talk about it inside of the Strong in 75 also, but you don't have that one. But again, the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days is basically a condensed version of the Strong in 75. The things that we talk about in the Strong in 75, I just put it into 30 days because that's 75 days of things you do every single day. The Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days is just 30 days of things you can do to raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days because you're being very vigorous with it. But yeah, we talk about it day number 21 of the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. One of my bank accounts was closed and I wanted to clear it, but I wanted to keep the account. Um, so you said you just want to clear it from that's I gotta see my face when I just did that because I look at my face and the other thing. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? I'm like, hold on, wait, hold on. So you say you want to clear it because you just want to but you want to keep it was closed, but I want to clear it. I think I'm missing exactly what you're trying to say. Because the bank account was closed. I want to clear, but I also want to keep the account. Keeping the account, but it's closed. You want to have a relationship with the bank, you're saying? So I'm gonna think of it this way. Y'all know how I'm telling y'all, okay, y'all can delete this charge off from your credit card. Your credit report. That charge, y'all can clear stuff from your credit reports. But that don't mean that you no longer owe that account. That don't mean that you still can't go and get another account from that company. So you may need to think of it like that. Even if you go and get it cleared off your check systems, that don't mean you can't go get another bank account with the company. Your check systems talk about your negative accounts. It talk about you owe Wells Fargo $3,000. You owe Navy Federal $2,000. That's what that is. It's kind of like our credit report. It just had like the negative information on there. But if you go and get that stuff cleared, that don't mean that you can't go and pay that amount or pay whatever. If you had it closed because you did something wrong, that don't mean you can't go back and have like another account with them. And thank you so much, Shortcake. You still over here liking the video. I appreciate you. But that don't mean that you can't go and get another account with them. But um, I hope that answered the question. Maybe think you're talking about my books. You can see them on here. You can see all of the books here, WizKid, all of the books here. But this is one of the promotions that I am having here, where you can get like this 4-book bundle that I have right here. Okay, you could be able to get it on sale. It's basically 4 of my books in here. So it has the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. Okay, so the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days, that is my favorite. I got a lot of cameras, so it's like glaring off of it. The Strongest 75 workbook, that's gonna be an actual workbook that you can like write in every single day and actually increase your credit score. The Suing to Win, y'all know I'm telling y'all, sue this company, sue that company. I actually put it in a book on how to be able to do it. And then this one right here is the 70 dispute letters, the one I was just showing y'all earlier. But this is the one that I have on sale on my main page that y'all can be able to see here and get them on a discount. Okay. Yeah, but just because I get stuff deleted, that don't mean that like you can't get another account with them. That's just your reporting. Okay, that's all that is. That don't mean you can't get another like account with them. That is gonna be your report, and they just not gonna know that you like messed up with that company. That's all that's gonna be. They like don't anybody need to know that you owe the company some money or something like that. How re-age how can re-age accounts affect you? So let's go back to some of our things that we were talking about, some things that y'all need to make sure y'all have together for next year by Juneteenth. Okay, y'all need to know how re-aged accounts can actually affect you. I talk about generational wealth, so I came in to support. Oh, I love that. That's what I want to talk about, shortcake. I'm gonna come in here with you. You did you go live? I love generational wealth. That's what we need to be talking about, y'all. We should not be talking about credit. We should already know this stuff. That's like, to me, I feel like talking about credit is kind of like talking about how to drive a car. We should have been knowing it by 18. Like, you know what I mean? We should, this is not a conversation we should be having. Generational wealth, that is something that we should talk about when we're younger, but it's another step that we just ain't going after. A lot of people ain't going after. But re-aged accounts, y'all. Re-aged accounts from a collection company, that means that a collection gonna stay on your credit report longer. That's all that really means. That means it's gonna be on there for longer than it's supposed to. Okay. And then y'all need to make sure that y'all verify y'all account balances that are being, make sure that they're being reported accurately. Some of y'all may have a wrong balance. Some of y'all may have filed bankruptcy and the company is still reporting a balance on y'all credit reports. Those are kind of things that it was me I'm suing for, but y'all need to make sure that y'all are actually looking. Okay, looking and see what the balance is, what's actually being reported. Okay, so just make sure that they updating your balance, and then understand that inquiries, they can affect your credit score a little bit, but at the same time, not as much as y'all think. But y'all remove the inquiries, y'all may get 5 to 10 points. Every point count, especially when we're doing a raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. But I easily teach y'all how to remove inquiries in 24 to 48 hours. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to come in there. Let me make sure that we are friends. I think we are. I don't know how to check all the way. Let me just screenshot you and I can come check. Yeah, if I have time, I definitely come in there because I don't know how to do the co-hosting thing. I don't know how to fully do all of that stuff, but we can see. We can see. How your credit score? Oh, the credit score. Y'all need to understand too. Credit score. This is why I say we need to understand the basics. Y'all credit score can affect y'all car insurance. Y'all know they can be checking y'all credit for like y'all car insurance, y'all housing, whether or not they even want to give you the house. If they do give you the house, are you paying 1.5 times the deposit? Are you paying 2 times the deposit? Or you just getting all out just denied? So that's gonna be huge. And then employment opportunities. I told you I have people that's like in the armed forces where they like my credit cannot be bad. For what I do, it cannot be bad. Um, and then also I have certain people where they trying to go and get a certain government job and they just can't have bad credit. So y'all credit score can affect all of that. So y'all just need to understand that and just make sure y'all educating y'all kids on that. I remember when I was younger, my dad used to always tell us, you don't want to have no record. Your record's gonna follow you. Your record's gonna follow you. Don't go to jail. He's always telling my brothers and stuff this, like your record's gonna follow you. And I can see like, yeah, but it's more than just a criminal record. It's your financial records, you know, all your records can follow you. So it is definitely something that we need to understand, and we need to understand that how this stuff can really affect us. And then y'all need to also, even with Juneteenth next year, y'all need to also think about um y'all need to think about just doing like one financial habit. Like just come up with one financial habit. If y'all don't have y'all stuff on auto pay, just focus on having y'all stuff on auto pay right now and keeping money in your bank account. Think of like little small things like that. One of my financial habits is, I used to check my uh accounts and stuff. I still check them like daily and stuff like that. But like while I'm paying down my student loans, I'm like checking them every single day, but I'm making sure I'm staying on top of it every single week. I want to make sure that I'm completely like driving like my investments and stuff like that. I want to make sure that I continue to check my accounts every single week, check my net worth every single week, make sure that I'm going in an upward direction with how much I'm putting into my accounts. So that's one of my goals that I want to make sure by Juneteenth the next year that this is just cake. So it's easy to me. You know what I mean? But it's definitely something that y'all need to come up with. So come up with one financial habit that you want to do. And then just commit to like financial discipline for like 75 days. I used to be vegan before until I had my last baby. And I had my last baby. I was vegan for like 5 years. I had my last baby. I started wanting chicken so bad. And you love, love, love chicken. but I started really craving chicken. So I stopped being vegan, but I was vegan at first, but I stopped being vegan. But I know now how hard it was for me to become vegan because when I look back on it, I had to restrict myself from certain things. But I just took it like I was like, okay, for the next 75 days or for the next 30 days, I'm gonna do this. And then I just start adding on. Y'all can do that same thing. Y'all can say for the next 30 days, I'm just gonna put everything on auto pay. Okay, after I got everything on auto pay, everything came out good, everything is perfect. Let me go ahead and do another go. And hey, happy Juneteenth to you. Thank you so much for the heart, me too. But y'all can just set one, just set one goal and start building on it. Like when I wanted to become vegan, I already cut out pork. I already cut out pork, and I said, okay, let me cut out another meat. I think I cut out beef next. I cut out beef, and then I said, you know what? Let me cut out chicken. But I did this like every year. I cut something out, or every 6 months. I was going slow. I was going slow, but it's so easy just to reverse and go back full force into it. But you got to go slow into it. So maybe I want to set up just one goal right now, and just figure out which goal would be best for you all. Okay, thank you so much for sharing the live too. And then y'all also want to set some weekly financial goals. I've been just telling y'all about my goals that I want to do, especially when it comes down to like my student loans and investing and stuff like that. Y'all want to make sure y'all set your own weekly goals on what y'all want to have done. I told y'all too, if y'all just set a goal by Juneteenth next year, y'all want y'all credit scores to be up 100 points each bureau, up 100 points and maintain. Okay, so y'all just want to say, okay, no, every month I want to be up 10 points per bureau. Y'all can just set goals like that and, just make sure that y'all tackle it. And if y'all saying that y'all want to be up 10 points in a month, maybe y'all want to go down to every week. Y'all want to see y'all points go up 2 or 3 points in a week. I know that sound like petty and to some people, but like y'all may need to do that. Y'all really may need to do that. Okay. And thank you so much again for a purchase. Okay, good job. Y'all. I'm so happy y'all getting y'all books. Y'all actually taking action. Y'all are gonna appreciate the books. I really do love my books, seriously. That's why I can come on here all the time and talk about them. And then since I'm helping a lot of people sue, I just feel like finally I've been wanting to learn how to sue for the longest that I have to come back on here and tell y'all about it. And I say it's Juneteenth. Yes, I see that. I say it's Juneteenth. I gotta come on here and give it to y'all as a discount too. Okay. I'm gonna do the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days with y'all all this month anyway. We're on day number 19. So I have to come on here anyway and do that with y'all. So I'm just so happy that y'all actually taking this action and getting it done. Because I know how much it changed my life and I love seeing y'all messages. Yeah, so TikTok is actually mailing them out. So you should get it within 3 days. So you should get it within 3 days because I do have it with the TikTok shop. Um, and then celebrate every credit improvement, no matter how small it is. I told y'all, even if y'all set a goal for like 2 to 3 points a week, that's still a lot. If y'all do 2 to 3 points a week, that's 10 to 12 points a month. Think of it like that. 2 to 3 points a week, 10 to 12 points a month. In a year, that's 100 to 120 points, and that's per bureau. Okay. Oh, you're very, very welcome for the information. It is a great deal. I don't think I ever have had them like this low. But y'all, it's Juneteenth, y'all. Like it's Juneteenth. I was listening to something earlier, and I knew I didn't think to do no sale. I didn't really, honestly. I was just gonna come on here live. I haven't been doing like the sales and stuff like that. I just been coming on here live. It just overall pushes my channel. I'm on like 6 different platforms right now, just going live. But I was just listening to something and they was asking like what to do with your family if you can't teach your family, if your family don't want to come along on something that I'm learning about with like investments. And it was like just live by example. Okay, just live by example. You live by example and just continue to do what you need to do. Hopefully your family gonna come along. And I'm just over the goal of my family coming along. To me, it's like y'all my family. I've been doing credit for a while. I've been helping y'all for a while. And now that I finally officially know how to sue, I can't just say, I'm not gonna go live no more. I'm not gonna talk to y'all no more. I know how to sue. Everything is good. I'm over here collecting money. I think that'd just be wrong. So I'm happy to come on here and get y'all this information. I filed for bankruptcy last year, looking to rebuild and clean it up. Oh, you need the bankruptcy book then. You need the bankruptcy book. You ready to come out, recovery? Come on this way so they can't see you. Thank you. Okay, come this way so they can't see you because I got the camera on. You ready to come out? You ready for me to get off the live? Some popsicles. You came out for a popsicle? Okay, after I get off the live, I promise. How many popsicles we got? Maybe all of them. How many is all of them, Chico? You're not gonna get all of them, okay? Okay, you just want one? Okay, good. You can get one popsicle. Okay. All right, go ahead and go get it. Go get one popsicle, then you can go outside and eat it. Okay? And tell the other ones they can get a popsicle too, only if they be quiet. I'm almost done. Let me see how much longer I said I was gonna go live for. Yeah, we almost done. We got like 14 more minutes left. I said I was gonna go live for 2 hours, and here we are. We about to be at the 2 hour mark. But oh, you ordered that last week? Okay, good. Okay, you already up on it then. I love, love, love the bankruptcy book. But I say with the bankruptcy, you should be able to get your credit scores back in the 700s within 6 months. Like literally, you just need to focus on removing that bankruptcy from your credit reports. And if I was you too, you need to figure out, should you file bankruptcy on some of those companies, you need to figure out who finna let you come back or who not finna let you come back. You know, sometimes you file bankruptcy on some of these companies, they don't want to let you come back. They not going to try to give you credit anymore. And the reason I say that is they not going to let you come back. You need to work to get that bankruptcy deleted plus all of the accounts deleted. So make sure that you send out your letters certified mail. Send them out certified mail. You're gonna have it's a separate bankruptcy course than like the courses that all y'all getting in for like this one, or if you got that one, like the 4 book bundle with the bankruptcy, you got 2 courses. But inside the bankruptcy course, you got special letters that's talking really about the bankruptcy, all about the bankruptcy. Send those in. And the companies that want to let you come back anyway, if it was me, I would sue them. Yes, they're not gonna let you come back anyway. And the reason why I said they're not gonna let you come back, because if y'all sue some of these companies, y'all, they not gonna let y'all come back. But guess what? I filed bankruptcy. You're not gonna let me come back anyway. I will actually sue them. I'll tell them to give me some money and to delete the account from the credit report. And then you already filed bankruptcy, so they don't need to waive no debt. But that's what I would actually do. And then you should be able to get your credit score back up over the 700s, even if you can't get your bankruptcy to like delete it right away. Because sometimes a bankruptcy honestly is like a hit or miss thing. Sometimes you'll get it deleted from like Equifax, but it's still on TransUnion and Experian. Keep doing your disputes to get it removed. And then two, I'm working right now to help somebody with some negotiations to try to see if the credit bureaus would remove it based off of litigation, like from suing them in general. Remember I said if it was me, I would sue them. I'm trying to see if they can get it removed that way. Don't let them remove this bankruptcy from that because that's gonna be amazing. But I'll just come back, ask me any questions. I'll know more about it in the next few months about that. But you may get the bankruptcy deleted from like 1 or 2 bureaus, and you still got that third bureau that you're working on. Okay, so if you still got that third bureau that you're working on, don't trip. Just continue to work on your disputes. If you have to go as far as doing your lawsuits, do your lawsuits, and then right away, if you haven't done it already, get you 4 credit cards like today. Make sure you got 4 credit cards reporting and get you 2 installment accounts. Once you file, like as soon as y'all get a discharge on y'all bankruptcy, I always tell y'all get credit cards the day you get your discharge. Only because you want your credit to start reporting right away. Because you're gonna work on getting the bad stuff off, but sometimes people only have bad stuff on their credit reports after they file bankruptcy. And once you get all that deleted, you like a brand new baby. You ain't got nothing on there compared to if you got credit cards right away. At least you have credit cards reported for 4 months, everything deleted. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe you have to go through a lawsuit. So after your lawsuit is done, you 7 months, 8 months outside of your bankruptcy, all you got is positive accounts now. They deleted everything from your credit report. So if you haven't got your accounts, try to work on getting those accounts right now. I'm back to 664 now. Okay, good. You almost at the 700s then. So that means you probably already got some accounts reporting. So try to work on like your utilization. I only got 1 credit card since then. I'll try to apply for more. Yes. If I really think if you would apply for more, your credit score would have been in the 700s. And the reason why I said that, remember I said we're gonna be petty and try to get like 2 to 3 points per week. If you got 4 credit cards reported every single month, every time they report, if you keep your utilization at the 5%, 10%, your credit score should be going up 2 to 3 points every single month every time they report. Probably go up 5 to 10 points. Okay, so if you got four of them reported, then you got 5 to 10 points for each company. That's 20 to 40 points. You get what I'm saying? But you seem like you already on the right track. It's just making sure everything negative is like just deleted from your credit reports. Keep your utilization low. Um, and then make sure you have those accounts. Somebody said my attorney is going to call me, and we starting my chapter 7. I'm just nervous with all the information they want. You know, Jay, why would you be nervous about the information that they want? You know, you got Upsall too, where you can do it for free for yourself. If you that nervous with the information, because you will know what they want. You can go in there and look what they gonna ask for, because your attorney gonna ask you for the same stuff. Your attorney gonna ask you about the same stuff, but don't be nervous. Be nervous about having that stuff stay on your credit report. Be nervous for the 341 meeting and then find out how easy it is. And just go through your meeting and get your stuff discharged. Hmm. Huh? It's six of them after y'all got some or before? It's six of them left? Okay, I can get one then. That's good. Thank you. Mhm. Make sure you go outside, okay? And y'all continue to be quiet. Oh, okay? Good, good. Okay, I can't say the word here that you said, but okay, good, good, good. That's where I'm at on here, so you can see all the old ones too from me going live here too. So you can see all the stuff here, but it's like you on the right track. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You just need to be like, okay, let me just get this together. And don't be scared about no type of documents, Jay, about no bankruptcy. Don't be scared at all. Be scared about them not letting you file chapter 7 and them trying to make you do 13. If anything, that's the only thing I'll be scared about. Them trying to make you go into chapter 13 and pay them every single month. Okay, that's what I would be scared about. My goal is to buy my first home next year. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You know, your credit score already can vouch for you. Just um, don't have any additional debts. That's all I would say. Don't have any additional debts. Try to keep your debts low as you can and get your credit score as high as you can, because they're not going to care about you filing chapter 7 bankruptcy. That's not going to make them say, oh, your interest rate going to be higher. Your credit score is going to dictate it. So but you know you wanted to buy a house, try to keep your utilization at 5% or less. Make sure you do have those additional accounts so your credit score can go up even more. And if you feel like your credit score is not totally at its best, or you want to even try to see if you can get even better credit score, maybe you want an additional 20 to 30 points, add a trade line on like a month before you file bankruptcy. And you don't have to, but if you do, if you get the extra, 15 to 20 points from adding that trade line on, you can get a better interest rate. You know, sometimes y'all may not know, some people buy down their interest rate. You could have just increased your credit score. It could have been cheaper than buying down your interest rate. And you could still do both. Okay. But at the same time, too, I always say try to see if you got a trade line on, because you can get additional points if you already at 730 and that can boost you to a 750 and your credit score even better. True, go for it. But I think that you're gonna be good. I think you're gonna be good. 20 said, I'm thinking of filing chapter 7 bankruptcy. Any advice? Look into Upsoft because you can do it for free. That's the number one thing. Don't pay for your bankruptcy to be done. And I think that's my biggest advice. And don't be filing bankruptcy on no little debt. I get so mad when people file bankruptcy on little debt. I'm not telling y'all to do any type of bankruptcy fraud. I'm not. I'm not going to tell y'all do any bankruptcy fraud. But usually some people file bankruptcy on little debt and they could have paid it off. When y'all file bankruptcy, y'all cannot include debt that is within the last 90 days of filing. Like if y'all maxed out y'all credit cards within the last 90 days, they're gonna check from like the last 90 days or whatever. Some people have debt or they have credit cards. When y'all file bankruptcy, y'all have to file bankruptcy on all y'all credit cards. You can't say, okay, you know what? put Navy Federal up in there and my Discover. I'm just gonna keep my Capital One over here. No, you gotta include all of that debt into your bankruptcy. You gotta include all of that stuff in there. And some people just have so many different accounts that's like, dude, you didn't even really try. Like to me, bankruptcy is like, dude, I ain't got nothing. I really ain't got nothing at all. Or if you do have something, maybe you got like your investment accounts, like your IRA and stuff like that can be protected. And I'm not a lawyer, I'm not trying to get legal advice. It's just stuff that I have learned. Some of y'all like y'all investment accounts like that can be protected. And then the key number thing, don't be having no cash sitting in your account. I heard this from a lawyer itself. Don't have no cash sitting in your account. Like if you have a lot of cash, please don't have it sitting in y'all account. Please don't, because y'all have to pay it back to the estate, to your estate, your bankruptcy estate. So that's really it. If you ain't got none of that stuff going on, you like keyed off for the file. Go ahead and file and look into Upsauce. You can do it for free. Okay. Look into Upsauce. You ain't gotta pay anybody to do it. Oh, they're not in your state. I'm gonna fall off the chair. What state you in? I love Upsolve though. Like, why? They need to expand. He's so good. Jay is Upsolve. Wait, I added a 750 kickoff. That's one. How that work? So that kickoff account, all they're gonna do is report your account to. They're gonna report a trade line to your credit reports. But don't, Jay, don't. I'm in a beef with kickoff right now. I'm sure it is because I've been talking about kickoff since they first came out. I remember when kickoff first came out, when you didn't have to pay them anything. You just have to log in and you just have to act like you're going to pay like $1. They give you like $12 in like a fake account, and then you just have to go in there and click pay, and they like paid $1 every single month, and then that helped you like that. Okay, but I remember when kickoff was like that, but now kickoff being greedy and kickoff getting to the point where you got to pay a lot of money. You can just go and eat your popsicle, and you can come back and go back in my room, okay? But no popsicle in my room. Mm-mm. But kickoff is being greedy right now with their fees. Some of my clients is paying like I think it's $35 per month or $20. It's just too much money to me. Y'all get a secure credit card with Navy Federal for 600. I mean, for $200. It'll graduate to a $2,000 credit card if you wanted an account to be added that bad. You know what I mean? So it's going to report. It's going to help your credit score go up, but don't marry it. Don't think you're going to keep this account forever. Okay. And I think with that 750, I think you're paying like $5 a month for that account, right? Yeah, you probably paying about $5 per month for that account. But just understand that some accounts are used to help you increase your credit score. Once y'all increase your credit score, it's over. That's it. Like you're not trying to stay with this company forever. You're not trying to marry this company. Get you some credit. Once you see your credit scores go up, get you some other credit cards that wouldn't mess with you at first. And then Jay, message me delusional because I teach y'all a delusional method on how y'all can get some credit cards. Basically, these credit cards can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So they're gonna tell you yes or no. So I say be delusional because if they gonna be the one to tell you yes or no, just be delusional. So I say, hey, write a list of 10 of them that you want. Go to the top. Pre-qualify for that one. They say yes or no. Say, okay, good. It is what it is. And then go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go through all 10 of them. And if you know you need 4 credit cards, because I say have 4 credit cards, then go through the list until you get to 4. Once you get to 4 and you only on number 7, don't go get the other ones. It is what it is. If you want to get more credit cards, wait until next time. But I say try my delusional method because hopefully you could be able to get some credit cards that way. But kickoff is one of them accounts where y'all wanted to try to build y'all credit, and kickoff is trying to make it where y'all get dependent on them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying what it is. Um, but yeah, that's why if y'all hear me talk about kickoff, I always told y'all what the real with kickoff. I never liked some of the stuff that kickoff was totally doing. It can help y'all increase your credit score, but y'all have to use it correctly though. So like don't get dependent on them. That's the biggest thing. Do not get dependent on them. Dependent on them is this. Y'all use kickoff, increase y'all credit score 50 points. Y'all all excited. Y'all continue to pay on that account and y'all don't even think about getting another credit card to replace them. That's when y'all getting dependent on them because once y'all stop paying on that, y'all credit score gonna drop. Y'all gonna have a new closed account on y'all credit reports. Okay, so Do not become dependent on them at all. Don't come dependent. If y'all get kicked off, use them and replace them. Replace them. Once y'all credit score go up, use them and replace them. And that's going to be real with that. And then in Alabama, okay, would you since you're in Alabama, then all right, just try to see if you can find an attorney that can just do it for cheap. But that's still good though. You know, it is what it is. What you okay? Dang, you gotta. He like I ain't got nothing. He walking past me. I ain't got nothing. Dang, am I that strict around here? Am I that strict around here? All right, y'all. So we almost done. Let me see how much time we still got left, and let me see if I'm missing any comments. Oh, y'all missing y'all comments over here. Are you glad to join? I'm glad you joined too. Do self instead of kickoff does the same thing. So listen, self and kickoff. You know what? I depend on how you word that. So the self account that you're talking about, that is a secure loan too. Kickoff have a secure loan too. So let me break this down with self and kickoff. Self and kickoff, they can do the same things. Self got a secure loan where you can do one where it's like you could pay, I think it's $25. You got four different ones you could pay. You're gonna pay on it for 2 years. I remember when it was just a year, but now you gotta pay on it for 2 years to get your money back. So self and kickoff, they can do the same thing. They both got this secure loan, basically. Okay. But if you're going to do the secure loan, we're not talking about the secure loan. You're talking about $750. The secure loan with kickoff is technically you paying $10 per month for 12 months. And that's good for people that just filed bankruptcy. If you want that installment loan on your credit report, that'd be good for you because you ain't really paying no real money because kickoff actually give you all your money back. Self take fees. So that's the difference between that. If you're trying to think about doing a secure loan, I would rather do the self. I mean, I'd rather do the kickoff secure loan than the self secure loan, only because self is going to take fees and they're going to make on you pay for it for 2 years. And a lot of problem for a lot of people is they can't pay on stuff for 2 years. That was one of my biggest things. Like, girl, I've been on to the next thing. Once my credit up, I don't want to continue to pay on this for 2 years. You know, so I like the kickoff instead of self for that. Now, kickoff have their $750 account. So kickoff, they have their $750 account that you guys can have, right? But with the $750 account, you are paying on it every single month for like $5 per month. They're going to report a $750 account on your credit report. Instead of doing that one, I know this amount is going to be lower, but I would rather you get $100 secure credit card with Self got a secure credit card. With the secure credit card, you guys, it's going to report the same. Just keep your utilization down, and then you're not paying that $5 per month where that money just going out the door, basically. Okay, so that's really the difference. Now, people that's getting this $3,500 account added, or I forgot the amount that they're actually reporting, and they're paying 20 something dollars a month, 30 something dollars a month. I would not do that at all. If you're thinking about doing that with kickoff, you'll be better off doing a Navy Federal secure credit card, a Discover secure credit card, Capital One secure credit card, because all of these actually graduate and they don't have annual fees. So whatever you put down as your deposit, usually I tell you I put $200, $300 down as your deposit. Navy Federal guarantee put $200 down. Capital One you put $200 down. But with Discover, maybe I'm gonna put $300 down. I don't know what their minimum is. That may be easily $500. Those are usually going to graduate. Navy Federal can go from $200 to $2,000 in like 6 months. Okay, and you're gonna be less than $200 if you pay on that for a year. You're paying $35 per year. You're gonna bypass that compared to doing a kickoff. Discover, they're going to graduate in about, I would say, 7 to 9 months. And then Capital One say that they're going to graduate in about 6 to 7 months. Okay, or at the 6 to 7 statements. So those are like that's how I look at all of the accounts. Oh, I thought I was just for diversifying the portfolio along with the credit cards. Yeah, you can diversify. That's why I say get 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. But the fees, and then even with doing a self compared to, I would instead of doing the self. I know that's crazy too. Instead of doing like the self Loan, I would rather do a pledge loan with Navy Federal. Because sometimes if y'all have Navy Federal accounts, Navy Federal wants y'all to build a relationship with them. So you might as well just build it with a pledge loan. Some of y'all got Navy Federal. Build it with a pledge loan. Okay. I think the fees are way less with a pledge loan, and you can pay it off early if you want to and get your money back early. Self act funny when you want to pay it off early because they want you to pay it off for 2 years. So I love the accounts. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but it just y'all need to use the accounts in a certain way, and y'all do need to diversify. That's why I say get 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. To me, that's a lot of diversifying. Um, right there. But I like to look at the fees. I nitpick over fees, y'all. But you gotta think about it. I'm a couponer. I'm an extreme couponer. I gotta get back onto my couponing. But at any given time, I may have 30 laundry detergents in my house. I'm that person, so I'm gonna nitpick on certain fees. So that's kind of how I look at the fees, y'all. But we are at our 2 hour mark. Let me see. I think I had a question over here. How do I become a member? Um, so message me right here because my assistant actually is on this page. This is good. And message me right here, and then she'll send you information on how to be able to um become a member. And then I'll also, if y'all message me now on this page, I'll be able to hurry up and try to check. But sometimes my messages be going wild on my affiliate page, but this is my main page right here. Um, so message me here, and then I'll check it right after this. Okay, but I'll be back on here tomorrow. I plan on being on here for 2 hours, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see. I did my 2 hours today because I'm trying to make up for me not coming live the other days. And it's Juneteenth, y'all. It's Juneteenth. Oh, I didn't put, let me put my last flash sale on just in case you guys want to get the books at the discount. Let me add it back on. I'm sorry, it didn't start again. Let me restart it just in case you guys want to get the books at the discount here. And then you guys can get your books here. And then let me put this here just in case so y'all can be able to see what the discount is of the other people that's looking over here. And then on my main page, I have the discount, not on my affiliate page. All right, so that is what the discount is down below for my 4 book bundle. I ripped this off of my other 4 book bundle, but y'all can see my 4 book bundle back here. Everybody kind of got it in a different view. So let me just start over here. Y'all can see it right here. Y'all can see it right here. Let me move this out the way. So yeah, y'all can see the 4 book bundle here. Y'all people on my affiliate page, y'all can see my 4 book bundle right here. And then y'all right here, all y'all can see it right here, y'all. But y'all to be able to get it at an extreme discount. I never had my 4 book bundles this low, but y'all, happy Juneteenth to y'all. I want y'all to make sure that y'all really set a goal for y'allself by saying like next year, Juneteenth, it's gonna be up. Like I'm gonna have this done, that done, da 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 da. Because I set those goals, y'all, and I said on the live live for over 2 hours now. I was telling y'all how ever since I started writing certain things down, writing certain goals down, and just making sure I kept notes on what worked, what did not work, y'all. It changed my life, and it's changing so many of y'all lives too. Because I'm basically telling y'all all my notes that I have learned from doing credit, or I have learned from actually helping people do lawsuits. So y'all set a goal saying, hey, y'all don't like where y'all at today. Really go look at y'all credit score and see if y'all really happy about it. Or look at y'all bank account, look at y'all investment accounts and say, okay, next year this time, I'm going to have this. And I said, break them down in monthly goals to hit whatever that target is, divided by 12. And then if you want to be like me, because told you I'm like Dory from Finding Nemo, so I got this just keep swimming tattooed on my hand as a constant reminder, just keep going no matter what. Like, keep going. Cut your monthly goal, whatever that is, cut that into a weekly goal. Say by the end of this week, I need to have this. You could just do it like that. Because if y'all doing what y'all need to do every single week, then y'all know y'all gonna be there in a year. Okay. So that's some of the goals that I said that y'all can go ahead and um set some financial goals with your investment accounts. Y'all want your investment account to be in a certain place, y'all credit to be in a certain place. Just set some goals on where you need to be. Oh my gosh. Hi, Mary. How you doing today? But yeah, y'all set y'all some goals. Set y'all some goals. And if y'all have any questions, I will be back on here live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I will see everybody later on. So bye bye, everybody. Let me close this one first. And then close this one. Okay, let me close this one. All right, you guys. So I got that closed. So as y'all can see, I have the discount over here on my thing. So I'm doing a discount every single week. So my 4 book bundle is $40. So y'all can get the 4 book bundle for $40. But all of my books in general are $10 a piece. So my thing is gonna die. So I got Herp and Talk, but they're $10 a piece. It's gonna be like that all weekend. Y'all can get y'all books down below. I see a lot of y'all already purchased them, so I'm gonna make sure that all of those are prepared, packed up, and they're going out tomorrow. Okay, so y'all get y'all books. I want to make sure that they go out tomorrow. This is my way of giving back, and it's free shipping. Like it's basically y'all almost getting the books for free. I'm not making any money off of the books when y'all getting those books for $10, but y'all get the books, actually implement them, y'all. The more y'all learn, I helped y'all. If I ever need anything, y'all become successful. Y'all can help me in the future. Who knows what y'all help with? Y'all can help with so many different things. And even if y'all can't help me in the future, y'all can help somebody else within our community. Okay. So happy Juneteenth. I will see you all tomorrow. Let's see. I think I have a comment here. Oh, ciao. See you later. Bye bye. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye, everybody. Have a great Juneteenth. I'll see you all tomorrow.